You have MPP regional elections. We've spoken about that loads of times already this morning. Takwa Mine lease. Goldfields meets key renewal terms, according to the Chamber of Mines. There's a photo here of the CEO of the Chamber of Mines, Ken Ashigbe, together with that of the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa. Let me get into the Inquisitor newspaper this morning. Ashanti MPP executive elections. Okay, we've gone up through that a number of times. But Cocoa Board is here. There's a story attributed to Dr. Randy Abbey, who is the CEO of the organization. New cocoa bill to safeguard farms and improve pricing. Maybe the farmers will be very much happy about this. TCDA launches nationwide inputs distribution to tree crop farmers. And Ministry of Health reviews programs on NDC manifesto promises. There's Kyoji's minister here. That's Kwame Minta Akando over there. Okay, let me do a few more and I'll get Doc and Lisa in there as well. To the Guinean Times newspaper this morning. Cotton waste key to economic recovery. The full story is on page 2, according to President John Dramani Mahama. And poor oral health linked to diabetes and hypertension. The full story is on page 8. Comments attributed to Dr. Emmanuel Abeka. To the New Crusading Guide newspaper. Empower Volt Summit challenges youth to pursue purpose and create opportunities. Full stories on page 10. This morning I heard Lisa playing Papa's voice as part of her news. Papa is on the front page of the New Crusading Guide. Powerful movements opposing gold board must be resisted. That's according to Bishop Duncan Williams. That's an interesting one. Powerful movements opposing gold board must be resisted. The full story is on page 3, 9, and 10 of the New Crusading Guide newspaper. And Shraj gives former ADB chairman 10 days to answer corruption, conflict of interest allegations. Imani condemns Adamu's mining lease revocation, also here as well. Today is Monday, so there are lots of newspapers, but almost all of them reporting literally same things on the front page. So I'll just skip a few of them and move to the Daily Searchlight newspaper. Duncan Williams waiting to minority Sami Jemfi standoff. Okay, I brought you that earlier. Sami Oku denies arrest as he appears in Kumasi for NPP regional elections. Let me wrap up with the Business and Financial Times. Chinese vehicles gain ground as imports climb to 22.1% of market share. I've been seeing a lot of those electric cars in Ghana recently. Nearly half of FDI's insolvents. IMF pushes sector cleanup and boosts productive sector lending, according to the Bank of Ghana. And MTN rewards fares winners in MTN 30 promo. When am I ever going to win any of these promotions in my lifetime? I've tried. I've never seemed to be able to win one. Meanwhile, I've been a customer of MTN for 25 years. I've been using my MTN number for 26 years. Lizzie, they've never given me a cake on my birthday. On my birthday, then they send me 10 CDs airtime on my birthday. Meanwhile, what even annoys me is that I'm a shareholder of the company. Tomorrow is another day. I would have time to go at them. Dog and Liz, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's a Monday. Yeah, the papers are plenty. Yeah, it's always tough waking up to come to work on Monday, especially if you've had a certain kind of weekend. If you've been moving around, because yesterday when we spoke last night, you were there. You are the function with the president. I could hear the president speaking in the background. No, I heard. I heard what? I could hear the president.
You didn't hear anything, my brother.
That's why I said it sounded like I heard. So I thought.
I told you that people are gearing up.
Yeah. I mean, senior journalist like you.
So I was in a movement.
Caucus meetings.
People are really losing their mood.
Incoming Tema West
Sure,
MPs
what's
here.
that?
Madam
Don't be
Elizabeth
small,
Age,
kura.
incoming Tema West
What
MP.
we saw over the weekend with the
Baby.
MPPs, and then get to work, kura.
Sir?
I tell you, you go see something.
I see where you are going.
Hi,
I see where you are
I'm
going.
not the brutal.
And this is the end of bed deck.
Oh, me, please, I beg you. I've not mentioned any party's name. But Kwame, let's congratulate the new patriotic party.
Apart from NDs, which party will be holding an election?
Lizzie, ask for me again.
It's just simple.
It's definitely the NDC.
Which one is the simple?
Yes.
Do you know the schedule of UP Plus?
Which one is UP Plus? Apart from
You don't know UP Plus.
Apart
Hey,
from MPP,
Lizzie.
Apart from MPP and NDC holding
Lizzie wants to say the rest.
elections in Ghana. Have you ever seen any other party
UP is reorganizing.
election to holding
Solomon Wusu, your very own Solomon Wusu will not be happy with you. They are doing reorganization. UP.
Who are the executives? Regional executives?
No.
No, who are the incumbent?
National.
Yes.
Solomon Wusu.
We are talking about regional.
Solomon Wusu. No, I'm saying that they are starting reorganization from the branches. You don't know.
Apart from NDC and
This one is not apart from. I'm saying that you don't know.
Which political party?
UP Plus. They are doing
Lizzie,
reorganization.
don't mind. Don't mind.
Eh?
Doc is just
CPP.
he's just doing his own thing.
Are you seem to be writing off CPP? Why?
CPP is still alive.
Ah.
I met the
But
presidential candidates.
their chairperson has been coming here always. She's been coming to Accra
CPP.
FM. Hey,
CPP.
Yes.
I met their presidential flag bearer. Was it last week or last week's? On no Accra State Party.
No, but you people are not being fair. You see, the Honorable Awingobit.
That's PNC.
Yes.
I thought
Why
you
you
said
not mentioning
CPP.
PNC? No.
PNC, they go.
Egu say, Masa, don't do
The
that.
last time I remember the PNC being very much in the space was when Dr. Edward Nasigir Mahama was leading the party.
Ambassador at large.
Yeah, ambassador at large. And then they also had a few members of parliament.
Charlie.
I remember the likes of Dr. Daniba, who was
Sorry.
Deputy Minister of Health under President Kufuor.
How?
Yeah.
Don't
Since
worry.
that time,
I'm saying
Caleb,
so what came off the ambassador at large? But, hey, Charlie, this country.
I beg.
No. No, be you beg matter.
I beg.
So we're paying him as
I
a
don't
state.
know about that. I never saw his pay slip. I beg.
No, you don't need to say. But the man
I don't
was.
know if he was paid.
I know.
How can you give somebody a position in the person's
Oh, some do jobs for free.
No,
Which
please.
country?
This is ambassador at large. Do you know what that means?
You never heard of someone called Ken Ofuriatta?
doing
He said he didn't need a pay. Yeah, I think he said he was using the pay for a charity or something.
Yes, and it
Yeah.
is alleged he was paying himself.
That one I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey. I'm saying
You see, I
that.
beg
So
you.
we're
I beg
paying.
you this morning.
We're paying for ambassador at large.
I don't know about that.
Kwame, the
Eh?
person was being paid. Actually,
He was working. That one
So-
I
so
know.
listen.
I don't
An
know about
ambassador
that.
at large is a top level diplomat
Uh-huh.
who represents their country for special global tax. You understand?
Uh-huh.
Unlike a regular ambassador, it goes on to say, unlike a regular ambassador, they do not stay in one specific foreign country. Instead, they travel to many places to work on special issues. And you said that this man was not paid.
I don't know. That's all I said. I
Kwame,
didn't
you're
say
Ghana, you can't say you don't know.
because I never saw his face.
Wait,
You
you
don't have to see
why would you want to see?
before you know
That's
that
what I'm
the
saying.
person is being paid.
Maybe he was working on pro bono basis. How would I know?
Which one is the pro bono?
Oh, but people
You
work
are
pro
flying
bono.
on all over the place
Yeah,
on
so you
global.
you pay for the ticket. He's going to work. But as to whether he was earning,
He himself is listening to you this morning. He's shocked at you that you are defending this.
no, you get into the papers for me. I beg you.
Anyway, but before let's congratulate the new patriotic party.
Oh, of course.
I mean,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is
It
been
was
one
smooth.
of the peaceful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Smooth.
I didn't hear anything
Yeah,
from
yeah,
any
yeah,
venue. It was
so,
smooth.
So it's a very smooth exercise, and this is what we need as a nation. Democracy, there, and
No.
it's not about whipping, beating, maiming, killing. No. You go, you cast your vote who you
You
want.
leave. You shouldn't die because
Exactly.
of election.
Like the way I wanted Paul Yando to be the next secretary of the
I knew
Ashanti
you said this.
region, but did not. I saw him in a video. Now I say, now where Eddie, The idea ni kono. The idea ni didi. I think somebody called him and the person was advising him to eat, find something and eat. He said, no, Charlie. The way the thing is going.
You can't even eat. My surprise from what I gather from almost all the regions was the number of delegates who didn't show up to vote.
Yes. Yeah.
I struggle to understand because I thought it was cuckoo season time.
No. But you know, some people, there was a region, I'm told, I think, when the delegate decided to vote, it was almost at, say 12 o'clock or say 1 o'clock.
They were camped somewhere. Or they decided not to come.
And they said, don't vote.
Because affairs was not coming.
Yeah. And you mean,
I was listening to Madame Patricia Piaget on Saturday morning before I came to do game plan, and she was really worried that as at almost like 10, it was just like trickles out of a total of about 1,022.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it was a little over 600 people that voted. And I was asking myself, Coco season, pa, you come and vote. What are you doing now?
And Niaman Kasai. Coco season. And
I
Niaman
feel
Koi.
it's also a call for the MPP to actually put in more effort and do work within their grassroots and stuff, because it feels people are losing faith or losing interest in the party. So for me, this is supposed to be a call for them to assess. I know they will assess the just ended regional elections to do more work, because if this is the kind of turnout, what would happen to their national elections and even their move forward to win power in 2028? Then it means if they don't take care, the seats they have in parliament, it would just go down. Because if you have people not turning out for just your regional elections, it means there's a problem that they should find and solve. Internally, they should fix that problem. I'm sure that problem is still not fixed. That is why people didn't even turn up for the election.
I can't believe it was only because of affairs.
Oh,
Because
Kwame, largely.
Because Assad.
No, affairs as in this, you know affairs.
No. It has. I'm not sure it has anything to do with buying money and stuff. This
So when you were saying affairs, what were you thinking?
Lizzie didn't get it. Lizzie didn't get it.
Yeah, Lizzie.
Lizzie couldn't break the code, like.
You should be giving Lizzie codes.
Because of affairs, you come and vote.
No, because last 2 weeks,
Lizzie,
then
defend this.
There were people, some of the delegates at the headquarters.
Yes, over issue,
over albums and stuff. So as at that time, just merely 2 weeks or a week to the elections, there were people there complaining and demonstrating.
But those are fractions of
those are communist inferior tactics. They will take your name out of the album by force.
And it really showed in their election.
No. So now the register, if you are, some people are demonstrating by register, it's their own problem. It doesn't affect, because it still remains that the register is filled. They decided not to go and vote.
For whatever reason.
For whatever reason. I'm saying that affairs is like 80%.
No, I'm not. But even the ruling from Supreme Court hasn't started, so I'm not sure that is the case.
No, that's the larger picture of getting everyone with a party card.
Lizzie
Lizzie is still not decoding. Lizzie is still not
that.
decoding. She's not decoding.
Today is your assignment. You need to take steps.
Let me take her through the system.
Exactly. She needs to understand affairs.
Well, we can only wish them well. The good thing is that I'm sure for a lot of party faithfuls, most of the old executives were booted out across board, and they have a number of new faces.
I'm told the Western region they maintain.
Yeah, they maintain.
Bruno maintain Abronya as well, but at least in the northern region they maintained Chairman Samba as well. Greater Accra, big one. I mean, the two regions, Greater Accra and Ashanti, is big for the MPP. So they brought in new faces there just to galvanize. My surprise with Coker's win, it's not about the gap, but the comments that were coming in this direction as late as Friday from leading members of the party. I mean, who essentially were telling the delegates that this man is not part of us, and that he's not someone. I mean, if you could decode, he's not someone Dr. Bawumia could work with. I didn't get that last minute because it was so obvious that he was the one going to win. So why would you go like open like that Oseb Chimen Sabunsu, leading members of the party in the region.
It's also
And
because
they were like scattered across various radio platforms, various TV platforms, a day before the election. Now the gentleman has won. What will you do?
it is also because Chairman Wontumi was not around. If Chairman Wontumi was around, it would have been very difficult.
But Wontumi would not have contested this one.
Yes, he would have done magic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm telling you.
You know something I don't know, obviously. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
But I don't,
Even in his absence, things went on. Just that, there are other big wigs in Ashanti region who were rooting for Kokofu. You understand? And I've seen a video where it's alleged that some people were coming from a certain Ohene's house, chief's house. And this chief is a very popular chief. You understand? Very, very popular chief. In recent times, he had issues with Ketechi Frifa. You know that chief?
Okay.
So it was a video somebody sent to me of delegates coming from a house which is alleged to be his house, with all smiles and all that. You understand? And I'm saying that if you see the synergy between him and Wontumi, and if Wontumi was to be around, it would be very, very difficult.
They could have put some strings.
Yeah, it would have been very, very difficult for Odeno Kuka. But I don't know why they seem not to have belief in the man. Because
I mean, to the extent
even
of
our
one
own
of them
colleague,
literally saying that he was aligned to the NDC.
yes, and even our own colleague Bobie put on his Facebook wall that the NDC should take a look at him. In fact, he was even sending a caution to the NDC that they need to be careful with Kuka because he has a certain relationship with him and he knows what the guy can do.
Okay. We wish them well.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, that they've done very well. I mean, flawless.
Yeah.
I mean,
None of
very,
KOJ's
very
candidates
disciplined.
won in the central
Oh, of
region.
course. Next time I catch it.
Oh, more normal.
So
But
honestly,
that's why I did this.
no.
None of your candidates won in the central region.
He was supporting.
He was supporting.
No,
Who said he wasn't supporting
no,
anybody?
no,
He was supporting.
He
He was supporting. If you like, we'll bring the receipts.
Yeah, we'll bring the
We will
receipts.
bring the receipt this morning. If you like, we'll bring
What
the
is
receipt.
no?
None of your candidates won in the
I-
central
Don't come
region.
to be fair,
Who, sir?
What is fair?
I'm coming. Honestly,
John,
I
sir.
don't even know any of the candidates who contested
Wait,
over the
now you are
They
giving.
didn't see you.
Yeah. None of your candidates won.
No,
I know one.
Eh.
Who is the
One
who
reporter.
was going for the communication
One
officer?
reporter.
He's actually my mate in school.
oh, okay.
And he sits behind me at kind of saying law school, but he lost Poto.
Poto.
And
Okay, so
we are
I
still
think I
dealing
know
with
about
him
one.
on our platform.
I think I know about one. I think he was going for Central Regional Secretary, CK Mankasim. He comes on Accra FM.
Oh, okay. Okay, that guy.
Yeah, I don't know whether he won. I didn't really follow that. I was relatively cool, peaceful. So I didn't really follow.
Noah. Kweku Noah Asenso.
Okay.
Is the one I'm talking about. He was going for the regional communication. And he had 85 votes.
Out of.
The highest had about 200 and something.
Oh, this is- it
Followed
wasn't
by
bad
some
like that.
100 and something. He
It
had-
wasn't bad like that.
Yeah, and he had 85. And he posted on his status that IEC has bailed me out. Other than that, I would have. Our results also came on Friday. School exams.
Okay.
That the results was also released on Friday.
Okay. And he passed that one.
He passed that one.
Gory
So he
and
said,
and
Charlie,
you.
he put on his status that IEC has bailed me. Would have been brutal. Charlie,
But Lizzie has been expressing surprise at Abronye Ward. And I'm like,
but it was obvious he was going to win. I mean, Charlie had chat man for Dr. Baumiao.
and it didn't seem like there was a very strong challenge to him there. It didn't look like. Because, I mean, the accusations leveled against him were many.
Yes, but
one out of 11 seats.
Yeah,
The party had so many seats before he became chairman and all of that. He didn't seem to be performing. He was literally beefing with everyone. But he still won.
and he's a certain chairman, and somebody would say yes, some certain chairman lost. Yes, I agree, but a certain chairman who is a hatchet man, Kwame, it's not easy to win an election.
So then you are
against
feeding into that
unless
talk
he's
that-
not interested.
People who are aligned to the flag bearer
Oh
were
yes,
likely to have their way.
And apart from that, Abronye is not a chicken politician you can just say me be tunu, me be tunu. No. He has control over the system. You understand?
Well.
There's this one, what's his name? Chairman Boating.
Yeah,
Eastern region.
Yeah,
he lost.
Yeah, he lost
for the second time, and I feel so bad.
I think they retained
the chairman, the incumbent.
Okay.
I'm told he's also brutal.
Okay.
But anyway, so
well,
yeah, that's it.
We are waiting for the
yes.
indices.
So yes. I know dear. Metro Lens is here, Kwame. Pray for good board amid powerful opposition. This is coming from the Papa, Nicholas Duncan Williams. So it comes with a picture of Sammy Jeffy and the Papa, Nicholas Duncan Williams over the Archbishop and General Overseer of the Action Chapel International Ministry. Chichire Hine declares war, and war here is in quotes against land gas, vows tough action. That's why it's in page 11. Lead the reset agenda. NHIA Deputy CEO tells NDC communicators. Apologize to Achiman or face our wrath. Nananum to Achimansa DC for meddling in chieftaincy matters. Okay, that's why it's on page 11 of the paper. The Free Press is also here. The martyr of Ghana's press freedom since 1979. UK mission receives €300,000 second quarter scholarship funds. And that's why it's on page 4. The law is no respecter of persons. Page 3 is where this story is. National Peace Council holds dialogue with political parties. That's why it's on page 3 as well. Government to establish 11 new public universities in the country. Again, Ghana's 2027 chairmanship of African Union. That's why it's on page 4. And it comes with a picture of President John Dramani Mahama over there. Lizzie?
Yes, so about me also, I have the new publishers on the front page. Enough of the IMF bailout. After forcing rules out the 18th IMF deal for Ghana. Here's this picture here. Then MPP regional elections, Okoboy, Koka, Sibu, Abronya DC cruise to victory has their picture here also on the front page. Then to the last one here is Today newspaper group. Indu marks 10 years of banking service in Liberia. It has a picture of that also here. And then Clergy Peace Council rally for unity to diffuse growing interfaith tension. And Ghanaians evacuees die arriving in Accra. That story is also on page 3 of Today newspaper. And also October 1 import ban target vehicle 15 years and older. You also get a full story on page 6 of the Today newspaper. Kwame, that's all.
Okay, so let's get into some of these stories.
Kwame, so I have the Observer Times. Okay. MPP regional elections. Kuka takes Ashanti region. Abronya retains Bono Okuboy went Accra. I'm so excited for Bernard Okuboy. And then Bawumia congratulates new MPP regional executives. Urges unity ahead of 2028. And then technology drive, Equipim Silicon Rage launched to power innovation. It's also here. Stay out of day-to-day management. Akando warns boards. His photograph is here. Dr. Gideon Boako donates 20,000 Ghana cedis other items to Tano North Pragya Association. Ghana retainee dies after arrival from South Africa. Then it has a feature on the KFC 15 Ghana cedis over the weekend. Hey,
nothing. I'm telling you,
people's boyfriends and girlfriends sweating over the weekend. I had time to view all the video. I wanted to see if I knew somebody in there, so I'll send the video to his or her boyfriend. Kwame, over the weekend, what happened? The publicity was good. But the idea behind the publicity for me was bad. Breaking glasses. I'm to Medina, Ashaman to West Hills. The handle of the staircase got broken. I mean, traffic at West Hills on Saturday because of 15 Ghana cedis.
What did the 15 Ghana cedi entitle you to?
Kwame, it's only 1 mil. what do you call it? Biomaterial. Yam chips
Yeah.
for their chicken with a chicken nuggets. I'm told 2 or so. Ordinarily, the price is 35 cedis, and they reduce it to 15 cedis.
Okay.
Come with the rush. The if you buy, I think it's even like 7 or 10. Yam chips the same 10. Ah, he now very amason. I don't know.
So one person could go there and buy, let's say, like 10.
No,
Yeah.
so it was limited to 5. I'm told it was limited to 5. You know, they say terms and
So it
conditions apply.
depends on the area you're buying it to.
Okay, well, the promo I saw, I'm told you were limited to 5, so you can't go beyond 5. Other than that, people will come and then order for their whole area.
People did.
So, I mean,
No, some
I'm
people
told
are
that
trying it for the
at
first
Westos, people slept there on Friday night. I saw videos
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Friday nights people sleeping there. Kakraba, Kwame, it was an eyesore. The strategy was good, but I don't know whether they didn't anticipate that people will go there with that large number.
time. Sure.
Because at a point they were beating people.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Spraying water on them.
I saw, I don't know which branch it was, but they were using water hose
Yeah.
to
very
spray
unfortunate.
water on them
Yeah.
just
Very
to
unfortunate.
move them away a bit.
Very unfortunate.
I'm like,
I came for a wedding at Dansoman. Kwame, the Dansoman branch got it. Kwame. It was crazy. Westos in the evening when I was coming home. The whole area, like a
but were they able to supply
that I can tell.
the kind with the videos that I saw? So the very
It was
first
nine-
video
from 9 to 5.
I had no idea about it until around, must have been around 7 something. Then my little cousin who lives around the Community 18 junction, she was stepping out to go to work, and then she took a video and put it on our family platform. Initially I didn't get it, like people are queuing for food, okay,
Yeah.
normal. Then something just said, ask her why.
So was
Then
the
she told me
anniversary?
about, I was like, okay, they are
crazy,
celebrating 15
crazy.
years,
Yeah,
so
and-
Yeah.
food is being sold at 15 cities. I was like, okay, so people are queuing to
Yeah,
buy.
it has been on social media for weeks. So me, I thought.
Really?
I
Hey, me, I didn't see
I
that.
saw it on
Yeah,
Thursday.
No.
I
no,
didn't, me, I didn't.
The,
I never saw
the
it.
bus has been on social media for
Oh.
weeks, and people.
Lizzie
are
is talking. You are. Yeah.
Creating
Hey,
content.
TikTok star is
social
talking
media.
and you
Creating content with it. So me, I
Yeah.
thought it was just
One of those
Like you are
yeah,
forgetting,
no.
my brother. Lizzie is giving you update on about social media, and you are wondering.
When
You,
I
you
saw
want
the
to compare
queue, I was
yourself
like,
to her.
like, you is okay.
No, but
on Thursday.
It
I
was
might just
crazy. So I saw one comment saying I think it was only at airports branch that people were not really queuing.
That's what to be honest, yo.
But it was crazy. People slept there as at 3 a.m.
It was crazy. Kwame.
just for 15 cities.
and you say
Price
the price itself is
Was it just for
35.
35, yes. The price
So
was
there's a
35.
20 CD reduction.
reduction.
Yeah. I think some
I
people,
see.
I don't blame
So-
because some people, that's their first time trying.
Yeah. So
No,
Friday,
first time
if your
trying
boyfriend
it.
brought you KFC, it's 50 cedis.
No, that's not even an issue because so, do you know how happy some people were? People actually went there because of not because of for the fries, but because of the fish, so that they could put
The
it on their
chicken.
fufu and any other food that they are going to eat. That's basically the reason why they went there.
Look, I mean, for
Buy
me,
the chicken.
this is troubling. It tells a picture, and unless you just want to assess it as the usual typical black mentality way, but if in any
It says a lot
yes,
about
it tells a lot
Policymakers
Yeah.
should
be
derive
worried.
something from it. Yeah,
that
I agree.
for 15 cities in present day Ghana,
Charlie, there, and you rush to go
and
queue.
people
I
would
was
have
scared
to
of a
rush in that
stampede at some point.
Yes,
It
yes,
happened.
yes.
Of course, it happened.
In some
And you cannot just say ordinary people.
Yeah, because people, some of the videos that I
You
saw,
could
the
see
guys look
people-
fairly well
Yeah,
dressed,
yeah.
decent,
Exactly.
and
It-
fighting
it
for
tells a
worth
story.
15 cities.
It tells a
I mean,
story.
I'm looking.
and
I was looking at it from this
policymakers
point.
will need to be careful.
Minimum wage is now around 22 cities thereabouts. 22 cities cannot do anything for you in this country. If you're going to eat 3 times a day, I mean, I don't remember the last time I ate 3 times a day. But if you're going to even do 2 times, what can you do with 22 Ghana cedi? And the fact that even out of the 22, you might still do a transport somewhere, buy water somewhere, clothing somewhere. So people are earning 600 Ghana cedi a month in this country, 700, 800, 900, 1,000 in this country. Maybe, just maybe, it was those people who were queuing to buy the food, respectfully. Maybe it was those people. But the numbers that I saw, and the people that I saw, I don't know them, but the people that I saw, these were not people who didn't look like they were earning coins.
Not at all.
Some looked, I saw a guy in suits.
15 cities. What form?
No, maybe to some, that's their first time trying KFC. You get it. So
And so
them,
it tells a lot.
And
Why have you not
that's
tried
the
long
worrying
time?
part. That's the
Why have
worrying
you
part.
not tried long time?
Because if it is 35 cities, and you've not eaten that for a number of years, KFC has been in Ghana, and you wait till they are 15 years. So you've not eaten KFC in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Until it was reduced to 15 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
Then Ansana no, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a big problem.
Poverty is not good.
Challenge. There be.
It is not.
It's a big problem.
Pebida.
It's a big problem.
It's not.
Probably there's stampede. Oh, Charlie, and we have to pour it on people.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a big problem. And I don't know. I stand to because whether KFC has released a statement to that effect.
No.
But I think
No.
that
No.
at a point on Saturday evening, I was of the view that they should have released an apology.
I saw people bashing them a lot.
Yeah, they should have
but
released an apology.
I haven't seen
statement.
anything. Yeah.
And it's been 48 hours,
They trim.
and we've not heard anything.
That's
from
what
them.
Doc said. The usual Ghanaian thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They trim.
They could
No,
also say
it's
that
over.
they damaged their property. So
But because you didn't put security in check, that's the reason why
there are
you're
securities there.
ah,
But that's what they weren't.
the one at
anticipating.
Westers, for instance. No, I'm sure they didn't put security. It was when they realized of the stampede. Was
Then they
when
brought in
they
people.
decided to
Because-
bring
No,
in
no, no.
security.
Every branch they have.
No, they have their own personal
Yeah.
security.
Let's-
But
here's
their
the thing.
security are not police officers or
And it's not even that. KFC is a franchise business.
Yeah.
So it is not like all the KFC in Ghana is for one person.
Yeah.
So that one person would have anticipated the
Yeah.
numbers and
Yeah.
provided security all over. So for example, if you own the Sakumono one, it's up to you to have decided on the kind of security you provide.
Yeah.
And it will be completely different from West Hillsmore, completely different from Kwashima, and completely different from, because these are individual owners of these brands who have set up the business, gone for the franchise and have stepped out the business. So you can't even lump all of them together and say that you blame KFC Ghana, because all the branches are for different people. They've all gone for the franchises and they are running the business. So it's even going to be very difficult to target the organization and say Wanyadi, because it's not run by one person in this country. It's every branch is owned by a different person.
But the advert wasn't an individual branch advert. The communique was one that every KFC branch in the country. So it is not like you expect Achimota to release their statement. And
No, that was also not going to happen.
exactly. So it's a group. It's a joint communique that came.
Yeah.
So I'm of the view that managers of every branch would have accepted that offer. You get it? So Westos, Achimota, and so many managers would be, I'm sure, would be on a platform
Of course.
where they would discuss that this is the promo we want to run. So even if you got your franchise 6 months ago, you are part of this agenda, because together we are celebrating 15 years. And so the managers or the joint team that put together this promotion or brand together should ensure that security is in check. So I would want to disagree that yes, it is franchise, but there is a joint business, is a joint promo that KFC wanted to run. So if there's any, just like they brought in the communique, there should be a joint statement giving an apology to Ghanaians why those things happen. Because I'm sure that someone might have been hurt. Maybe we didn't get to hear about it. Because once glasses were broken, staircases were broken, it means that somebody was hurt.
Okay, so there's a statement though.
Oh, okay.
In Ghana.
Elmeda is it? See your
For
form chicken every
celebrating 15 years ago.
Not for
No, we
The
do
others.
But it was
appreciate
unfortunate.
the support, excitement, and the conversation around our anniversary celebration. The response has exceeded our most optimistic expectation, and for this we are internally grateful and humbled. A reminder for all the latest and accurate information about KFC and upcoming promotions. Please ensure you
Upcoming
only
promotions.
follow official KFC Ghana social media channel. Thank you for 15 years, amazing years. There's here to more and many more.
If they intend to do this again, if I think another thing that's maybe whoever is in charge of the Ghana franchise before subletting to 2 million people, they should look at their locations again. Some of the locations are like a few people get there and the whole place is choked.
So just
So
like
I
the
can
West Coast
imagine-
one,
yeah.
you know it's closer to a filling station.
Yes.
So if an unfortunate incident happened at the filling station, you can imagine the number of people.
The one
who be
at
affected.
Mile 7 Junction, for example, it's there's a taxi station there. There's so many people there, and it's like it's hiding. A lot of them are in relatively very small corners here and there. So if you have so many people swarming up there, and they are by the roadside too, just one mistake from a driver, and God forbid. Okay, because it looks like they have plans to do other things.
No, I don't have a problem with their 15th anniversary. It's great. I don't have a problem with the promotion. Fantastic. Because, you think that you serve the people for years. The people have bought your food for years. So you want to reduce it for them.
Reduce
it's
it,
a
Claire.
great idea.
Yeah.
But security is very important when it comes to some of these things. That's why I respect anytime High Sense is doing a promotion. When they are doing their promotion, for instance.
That one was crazy.
It was crazy. But the security, top notch. Top notch.
Because that one, again, it will take me back to that point, because that one is owned by one management team.
Yeah.
So they would have deployed the security at all their various shops. But in this case, the manager at maybe Sakumono branch would have brought in 2 security. The manager at Achimota would have brought 5. The manager at this thing would have brought 20. And maybe that's where the synergy was not so strong in my opinion. The good thing is that at least I've not seen people who went to buy 5 and 10 selling it on Sunday and selling it on Monday, like the High Sense one, where people will go and buy and come and sell it, or it's the next day and the day after.
The food is such a way that you can't keep it till.
That's
so
what
you
I'm
have to
saying.
consume
Where
it
would you even go and sell it?
that day?
You sell it in your shop until you cook container. Meanwhile, it is KFC pack. Hey, you want the better? Anyway, guys, any other stories quickly?
Yeah, so Kwame, let me do this story, then also look at the fuel prices that is expected to drop today. So
Drop again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good news.
So let me do the fuel prices. Okay, so fuel prices set to witness mixed review at pumps from. Okay, that was August 16. That was yesterday. So the price of petroleum products is set to witness some mixed reviews at the pumps. And the data from the Chamber of Oil Marketing Company showed that petrol is expected to go down by up to 2.90% and may see a liter sold at 15 cedis 82 pesos per liter. The diesel, on the other hand, will go up by 1.39%, with a liter likely to be sold at 17 cedis 73 pesos. A kilogram of liquefied petroleum gas will be reduced marginally by 0.93 and may be sold at 16 cedis 29 pesos. So the reason, according to Comac, we see, and I'm quoting, that we are seeing these mixed price review due to the fact that average crude oil prices rose 2.02% to $90.49, and that was in mid-August 2026, supported by geopolitical risk and potential supply disruption around the so the performance of the refined petroleum products was mixed, with diesel recording the strongest growth at 2.86%, while petrol and LPG declined by 5.46% and 2.54% respectively. So those are the new prices that has been brought in by Kovac on that case on fuel and diesel prices. So petrol is supposed to go down while diesel is supposed to go up by some 1.3%. Yeah, 1.39%.
Those who use petrol will be happy. Simple as that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you diesel, sorry.
So October 1 import ban targets vehicle 15 years and older. So Ghana Standard Authority will prohibit the importation of used vehicles that are more than 15 years old from October 1, 2026 under revised framework for enforcing national vehicle standards. The revised threshold replaces an earlier requirement that would have barred used vehicle more than 10 years old from entering Ghana from the same date. In a statement issued on Friday, August 14, 2026, the Ghana Standards Authority said the new framework follows extensive engagement with stakeholders and forms part of the implementation of the Ghana Standards for imported used vehicles. The authority says vehicles falling within specified categories shall be prohibited from importation into Ghana. These include vehicles that have been submerged in water or damaged by floods, burnt or damaged by fire, or have broken, cracked, bent, or twisted, or safely cages. Vehicles assembled by spare parts, those without a speedometer displaying reading in kilometers per hour, and vehicles more than 15 years old would also be barred. The authority stated that the notice supersedes its previous communication on the subject. So from October 1, used vehicles importers, distributors, and dealers would have to ensure that vehicles meet Ghanaian standard before shipment to Ghana, rather than waiting until the vehicle arrive into the country. So the authority said all used vehicles units must be inspected in their countries of origin by the Ghana Standard Authority approved third-party inspection body, which would issue a certified and certificate of conformity confirming that the vehicle meets the applicable Ghana standards. So that's a statement from the Ghana Standard Authority that from October 1 they're going to ban target vehicle 15 years and older.
Over to Kyoji.
Yeah, so Kwame, the Free Press has this morning given us the list of all the regional chairmen. I want us to quickly take a look at the list.
Oh, okay.
So it says the delegates of the new Patriotic Party have elected new regional executives across the country as party begins the process of reorganization. The process of reorganizing its structures ahead of the 2028 general election. So the list goes on and on and on. Western Region, Ignatius Kwesi Efrifa is the new regional chairman over there. Savannah Region, Alhaji Idrisu Sulemana. Bono Region, Kwame Bafo Abronye. Greater Accra Region, Dr. Bernard Okuboy. Ashanti Region, Odinehun Kweku Apia. Eastern Region, Jeff Konedu Ado. Central Region, Joseph Kobina Esibu. Western North, Result Pending. Why is that also a name?
Maybe there are some issues there.
I have a region, Robert Safo Bensa. Northern Region, Mohammed Batima Adam. Your friend Samba.
He was an incumbent.
Yes. Northeast to Alhaji Mohammed Fuseini. Upper East Region, Elvis Figo. Awonikai. Awonkai. Then Upper West Region, Abdul Aziz Abdul Rahman. Volta Region, Makafui Kofi Wanya. And Uti Region, Dr. Frank Yirenchi. And then last but not the least, Bono East Region, Ibrahim Bukari Baba. So Kwame, these are the honorable men who have been shown mercy by the delegates.
The onus is on them to help to appreciate their votes. In the region. So if you've been elected regional chairman, I'm sure you know what to do.
Yeah.
Of course.
Up your votes to ensure that when we put all of them together, your party will come tops in the election.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a story here on page 6 of the new publisher. Abobloshi traders reject 24-hour economy markets project. So the traders at the Abobloshi market in Accra have protested against plans to evacuate them to make way for the construction of a 24-hour economy market. The traders, dressed in red, took to the street to express their concerns about the planned development. They fear that the evacuation could affect their businesses, livelihoods, and homes. In a video which surfaced online, the traders were seen protesting the planned redevelopment and expressing the opposition to the proposed market structure. One of the traders was heard shouting in Twi, a local language, saying 24-hour economy market project, we don't want it. The protest follows a 1-month notice issued by the Accra Metropolitan Assembly asking traders and other occupants in the area to leave. The notice, which was issued on August 4, 2026, is expected to expire on August 28. The AMA has said it will begin removing structures in the affected areas after the deadline. The areas affected include the Abubulushi cargo station, the Nzima market, and part of the Yam market. Traders, however, say they were surprised by the planned demolition. The spokesperson for the traders said about 946 structures had been marked for demolition. The traders also said the proposed 24-hour market was not what they had been promised before the 2024 general elections. According to them, President Mahama had promised to improve existing markets by leveling the grounds with gravels and constructing proper drainage gutters to improve trading conditions. They said they were not promised to a complete replacement of the market with a new structure. The planned evacuation has created fear and uncertainty among traders. So this is coming in from the Bobuku market.
Who owns the market? Who owns the market? Or who owns these markets? It will be the Metropolitan Authority.
Yeah.
It cannot be for a private person.
No.
So if I want to give it a facelift, if I want to renovate, if I want to do all the things that we know they do, would it be up to the market? Would it be up to the traders to decide how the AMA should go about it?
No.
Because I was struggling to get their
Concerns.
concerns.
Because if you are saying that the president promised to improve the existing markets by leveling the grounds with gravels and constructing proper drainage gutters to improve the trading conditions, they still have to move you guys from there to do that work. So why are you still complaining?
And for me, this is the only time they can do this. If they wait till next year, they can't do it. Because the people will threaten them that if you move us, we won't vote for you.
Yeah.
So this is the time. Do it 2 years before the election. By that time, everybody would have calmed down.
Yeah.
If they delay and knowing how things work in this country, once the people are agitating, the next thing you know, they have put a halt to it.
Yeah.
What didn't we hear about all of these people selling in the pathways and what in the pavement blocks and all of that?
Really?
I go to Accra every night, and they are more than the numbers that were even there previously. If you try to get to Accra from the old Kingsway, at some point you are literally stuck in traffic forever. You can't move further. So once you get to the Roxy bus stop or you get to the Glyco office area there, you park your car somewhere and you start walking. Within that enclave, you can't move with the car. You'll be stuck there for hours. And people are selling everywhere. If you are coming from the side around Accra Technical University now, they are back there onto the pavement. Meanwhile, the AMA office is just behind the Octagon building. So the CEO or the mayor or the staff of the organ, they will see all of these people every day. What are they doing about it?
Nothing.
So if you're not tough enough
Yeah.
to decide, okay, when we renovate, move. The challenge is move where? But then someone would also argue that we didn't get all of you there in the first place. You decided to come in. One person came and the second person came and the third person came. And now I want my space to do whatever renovations I want to do. You are threatening me. I don't seem to understand how these things work.
Very unfortunate. But Kwame, before we go, yesterday I was trying to have a conversation with the MP for Weja, Jerry Ahmed Shaib, and the MC, but unfortunately I couldn't get them. So, Doc, I don't know whether I've witnessed the traffic between Malam Junction, Makati and Weja. Not because the traffic light is working perfectly.
Okay.
But half of the road is damaged because of potholes, even manholes. And so
To which side? When you're going or when you're coming?
when you're going to Kaswa. So
Okay.
yeah. So between McCarthy and Weja.
Weja Junction.
So the potholes or the manhole is just around the Weja where the late
Leprosarium.
Yeah.
The late-
Disciples Church.
Disciples Church, the late John Kume's wife's church. Just around. So opposite the Empire Cement. Opposite the
Okay.
Empire Cement. Yeah, just that stretch. Come the potholes
That cement factory, we should not even be there.
is
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so when drivers get there, I mean, they join. It's 3 lanes, so they have to join those of us who are on the first lane.
Is there
So-
someone there to direct that? Or they just
No,
join on
it's
their
a
own?
traffic light. It's a traffic light.
No, you're saying they join the other lane.
No. So 3 lanes go.
Yes.
Those of us going is 3 lanes. So because half of the road is completely damaged, the 2 lanes have to join us at the first lane. So it becomes 1 lane.
Okay, so the other two at some point is no more trouble.
There's no more trouble. So they'll join
Okay.
us, and then it creates a lot of huge traffic on that stretch. So I think that the authorities need to just fill it. I mean, if
They
if
don't
not
know,
just
they don't
patch
see.
it, they see it.
They don't use that road every day.
Come in the traffic in the evening daily. In fact, yesterday was Sunday. I came to church around Ablekuma. In the afternoon when I was going, the traffic was crazy, all because of that small portion. And so I think that the MC and the assembly,
That is Wage Agbawi.
Weja, yes, Weja, that's Felix.
What's
Felix,
his name?
is it
Felix
Odate,
Dati.
Odate Lamte
Yeah.
or so, yes.
Okasa by heart.
Yeah, so I think I think that Felix, you have a lot of work to do on that stretch because the traffic Kwame is crazy. It's crazy. Especially today, for instance, I'm anticipating today's Monday.
That road is a highway.
Highway, yeah.
Because it goes all the way to Alubo. So we have is it Ministry of Roads and Highways, and then we have a department. We have a regional office for the Ministry of Highways
Yeah.
and all of that.
We have assembly, municipal assembly.
all of them want to say they have not seen it.
It's crazy. So please, the authority should do the needful and help us because
Well,
staying
at
in
least on my
traffic-
stretch, on my stretch, I saw something on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday morning. Anyone who uses the stretch that goes to Achimota, it's just that I don't understand how these things work. Elsewhere, major road constructions are not done during the daytime
Yeah.
because it would cause a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
So if you go to a properly planned area for a major road like that, if you have to work on it, you work on it where the traffic is minimal. So they start work around midnight or somewhere after 11. By 4, whatever they are done with, then they allow traffic to start again.
Yeah.
This morning I was making my way to work, Monday morning, and I'm way quine.
Oh, Bibini.
I don't know whose idea that was. Around the Achimota, the second overhead. As of Saturday, they were working on the stretch on the first overhead, the one that connects all the way to La Paz and ongoing. Saturday morning, a lot of people move back and forth, but you bet that the traffic on Saturday will not be like a Monday on Tuesday. But this is Monday morning. They were doing the second one at the other side, the one that connects with the smaller overhead that would go through the Achimota forest area.
Yeah.
And you are working on it on Monday morning. And even as of 5, the traffic that was there, it was something else. So I'm imagining what it is like right now.
Yeah. I know.
How
Right?
can you be doing something like this on a Monday morning?
So
I'm not
you know-
saying
you
it's
know-
bad, but the timing is wrong.
So you know the route from American Embassy Patasho to the Tuga Embassy roundabout. You know there was a big pothole there.
Yes, they patched it.
It was at night. They did it at night
Yes,
because
that road. Even if they did it
I'm
even
told
at
that
8
American
o'clock,
Embassy, American Embassy was supervising that road. So Bruni, onim nyansa, onim say that road
now
supposed
you
to
are
be
insulting
done.
us.
Of course, but blacks, majority of us are blockaded. Authorities, not me.
Yeah, so it's-
That road was done. I'm told it was around between 11 and 1 a.m. So by the time
which makes a
it's
lot of
morning,
sense.
So when
It
it was complete nicely done. It was supervised by a black man. By this time, they are now doing it. Which will cause traffic from Patasho to maybe Togo
and this one, the guys were walking like nonchalantly, inform they were not even bothered.
business as usual.
And you can see that they
Madam
were
Rebecca,
working at their own
business
pace.
as usual. I tell you, my brother. The business is any power. Eh? can't
They
what
say
is it?
everything you criticize,
What
but this
do you
one,
want to say?
it's just it's so basic. It's so basic.
And they travel to other jurisdictions. They see you.
You cannot this is a major highway. Everybody going and coming from Kumasi will be using that stretch.
In fact, to be fair, this is the Ghanaian Bibini. When you go to other BB country,
They still do things the right way.
ah,
Yeah,
of course,
of course.
of course. Ah, yeah. Classic case is Rwanda, my brother.
Yeah, they are still doing it the right way.
But this is the Ghana Bibini.
They do it their own way. Did you wrap up for us and let's
Kwame,
celebrate some
there's
people?
a,
Why?
there's a prison break. So
Hey,
In Ghana here.
yeah. So armed manhunt for escaped prisoner. So the Ghana Prison Service has declared 29-year-old inmate Peter Treme wanted following his escape from lawful custody. An official manhunt is currently underway as prison officers and law enforcement personnel work around the clock to track down the fugitive and safely return him to detention. According to a wanted notice published on the official Facebook page of the Ghana Prison Service on August 15, Treme was serving a 5-year prison sentence with hard labor. His conviction stemmed from charges of unlawful entry and stealing. And authorities have not yet disclosed the exact details surrounding the location or circumstances of his escape. To assist the public in identifying the fugitive, prison authorities have provided a physical description. Treme is described as a 21-year-old male of slim build with a fair complexion. So public appeal and safety warning. So the Ghana Prison Service is urgently appealing to members of the general public for any information that could lead to Treme's recapture. Officers emphasize that public cooperation is vital in ensuring community safety and apprehending the escaped convict quickly. However, security officials have issued a strong warning to the public that citizens must not attempt to approach, confront, or apprehend Treme on their own under any circumstances because he is a convicted offender. Individuals who spot him are strongly advised to maintain a safe distance and report the site immediately to the proper authorities. Members of the public can report the lead by visiting the nearest police station or prison establishment. Alternatively, information can be provided directly to the Ghana Prison Service by calling their dedicated line at 0506 232978. Authorities assure the public that all information received will be handled swiftly to ensure the convict is returned to custody. So that's from the Ghana Prison Service.
They don't have his photo.
They didn't post his photo here.
Because before you go into prison, what I know is that they take shots of everybody before you go in there, just because of some of these things, so that if anything goes horribly wrong, the person's photo is circulated and it makes it easier. Because if you are just describing, you might see somebody who is not the one but fits the description, and then you just attack the person, and then it turns out that he's not the one. When you put a photo out, then it makes it very easy for people to then spot this individual, and then they go after the person. Well, I'm a bit surprised that did not happen, because even with the publication of the story, I thought I would see the photo in the newspaper.
They also didn't close the circumstances or even the location where he escaped. So we don't know if he escaped from
A prison
Accra,
in Upper West.
or Accra or Ashanti region. They're just giving out the information without giving out the location where the issue happened.
Okay.
Welcome. Let's say good morning to the Goma West MP, doctor's friend and candidate. Have you seen the video?
The video.
There's a new video.
It was trending over the weekend.
Oh, I've not seen the video. The handshake video.
No.
But he shook his hand, but he was touching his shoulder.
Bakusiro.
No, but you're done shaking my hand. Why would you
Guma
want
West
to
is
go further to touch my
the
shoulder?
constituency that
that's a
Captain
boy's
Smart
voice.
wants to
Sometimes
contest.
Sometimes you shake the hand and you want to tap.
No.
You want
Also,
to
the
tap
two of them met
Yes.
Yeah.
at a
He
program
shook
or
the
something.
hand, and when
you
he was
always
about to
shake
tap-
hands when they meet.
When I was about to die, open and like, Bakusiro.
No, but why would
No,
you
why
tap
would
my
you do
shoulders?
It drew Bianca there.
Yeah. in this part of our world where everything works.
Kwame,
Pastor.
Kwame, look for the video. Look for the video.
Oh, I
That's a
see.
very interesting video.
Very, very interesting video. Master, sir.
I saw a video that
And you know,
I don't know whether it was a
and
funeral or something.
That was Captain Sman's hometown.
And that's hometown.
Yes.
an MP was there.
And well, of course, he's the MP for the constituency.
Okay.
So
They
he
have a
attended
festival.
a festival. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in that enclave, we are having my village is having a festival this week.
Okay.
So I'll be there.
of
You
course.
understand? So
With the MP, I guess.
Kwame, of course, of course.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going as a native of the place, not with the
No, I
MP.
just for clarity.
No. I also want to clear because I know that
You're
you want
going
to
on
be
your own.
serious. Yes, I'm on my own.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is Captain Sman's hometown, Gumwatechiman. You understand? So the MP came and did his donation, blah blah blah, and all that. So it was when Captain Sman came and he was shaking hands with the
Then they met.
and they met. So he shook.
Just
They
shook
shook.
hands,
Of course,
yeah.
they shook hands. No, it has always been like that. Where I mean, there's never been a report of maybe skirmishes of I don't want to shake you. No. It is sometimes it's about the people following these leaders. Some of them do some skirmishes. Because there was a video where one person from one of the camps decided not to shake. So he shook hands with him actually, but he wanted to touch his shoulder. Like I
Like
shake
the
your
boys
hand.
thing.
I shake your hand and I'm
And then
patting
one of
you at
them
the
retreated.
yes. That was shaking me. Who saw me shoulders already?
So on
What is he afraid of?
festival issues, the Ghana tourism authority in the central region has temporarily shut down 4 hospitality establishments for breaching various tourism regulatory requirements. So the affected facilities are the Elmina Beach Resorts in Elmina, the Survey Hotel, the Vicky Executive Lodge, and West Homes and Airbnb property, all in Cape Coast. While some operated without licenses, others were sanctioned for non-payment of tourism levies, for operating substandard facilities, and for providing poor services, among other regulatory breaches. So the caution notice were also posted at some facilities that were yet to be licensed and operational, but intelligence suggests that they are preparing to receive visitors during the Ogwa Fetu Afashe. So the affected facilities were caught up in the ongoing enforcement exercise by GTA to clamp down on non-compliant establishment ahead of the Fetu Afashe celebration in September. So the regional director of tourism is in an interview noted that the facilities were shut down after ignoring several caution issues, and so they are calling on the general public to check the license status of facilities and ensure that their licenses were valid before patronizing them. So that is also from the Ghana Tourism Authority.
Okay, so Lizzie, someone has been kind enough to send us the photo of the young man, Peter Cherme. And that's been posted by interestingly, it's been posted by the Ghana Prison Service. So I'm not too sure why the newspaper didn't have the photo of that gentleman before going to the press. Okay. Well, it looks like he fits the description you've given. Maybe not too much, but looks like he fits the description there. So at least there's a photo.
Yeah.
And for me, this would make it way, way easier rather than just a description. It would be very difficult with just that. But a photo makes it very easy. So thank you very much. You didn't add your name. I would appreciate if you add your name so that I say thank you. At least we're doing this with you, and I'm always very happy when I see responses like this. Okay, you say your name is Gravity. Okay, so maybe everybody knows you by Gravity. So we'll go with that. Okay, Mr. Gravity, thank you very much, or Madam Gravity. I don't know whether it's a
Mr. Gravity.
Mr. Gravity or Madam Gravity. Thank you very much for helping us with a photo of the young man, and it looks like it's on a Ghana Prison Service stuff. So we'll share the photo on our platforms, so just in case you come across this gentleman. But just like the prison service have warned, don't go and see him and go and do macho over there. That will beat me action. He may be carrying weapons or anything like that. If he hits you, like we see here, he has hit you.
Wow,
for free.
JJ.
So if you see him and he fits the description, then maybe you can alert others, and then they would come into maybe
Kwame,
arresting
let's
the
say
person.
kudos to Stone Boy too.
What has he done?
Yeah, his event over the weekend.
Oh yeah, I've seen you
KOG
did something
and
in
Soko.
London, eh?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a successful one. Told 12,500 capacity.
But told there were only 5,000 people there.
Oh, Ghana.
That's what I read.
And I'm telling some day curtains.
Ghana.
A block baby near there. Hey, Charlie.
Interestingly, was
The man has done the job.
the person who posted is a member of parliament. I'm on a page with him, and he posted it there. That's how I even got to know that Stonebwoy did a program in London.
But for me, I mean, I love the entry. The fact that he was flying in the air. Hey, Charlie.
And there's one.
So there were about
came
5,000 people
from
there.
The ground.
And
Shatta wanted to do a program in London, and there was a stampede. Shatta had too much.
is that?
Yeah, Shatta had too
Any of
much.
my shatai. You're fine, sorry.
Shatta wanted to bring 1 million people to the venue. And the London police said they couldn't. And Stonebwoy brought only 5,000.
Shatta's own was at a park. Yeah.
Yeah, because a venue cannot accommodate Shatta in London.
Oh,
No venue cannot. Charlie,
That one there is true.
Shatta's people, they are like 2 billion.
I tell you.
Shatta cannot do, even in a Ghana, Accra, he can't do a closed venue.
yeah, still
How much
asking
more?
for their money, so
Which money?
yeah.
The
Shatta's
people-
program,
Refund, yeah.
the one that they were going to do in the park,
Yeah, so yeah, yeah.
you have to pay.
I
It was
They
an
pay.
open park.
No, they pay.
She
for
cannot
it.
say.
You pay for the ticket online.
And
So,
yeah,
She cannot say.
yeah, still asking for their money.
I just go and look for the organizers. I'm sure they're in London somewhere. Let's go and look for them.
That's what I love their author.
And
I love their production.
And they should go and look for their money. Because I don't know how Shatta is going to help them with the refund as an individual. He wouldn't have an idea who even bought a ticket. So they should go and deal with the organizers.
And then also we want to congratulate the Cameroonian Lioness.
Yeah.
Yesterday was a
Mbopa.
super game.
Yeah.
Kwame. But
yeah,
Charlie,
yeah,
this
I
the
couldn't
Malawian, that lady, the 11 and the 10, they are sisters.
Their sisters, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? Kwame, are you sure they are ladies? Seriously.
Okay, can we start
Because
the birthday
They
celebrations?
are wondering those two ladies.
This
Yeah,
conversation,
wondering.
I beg.
It's brutal.
You know, it's kind
Hey.
I was monitoring.
It's come up, eh?
Yeah, it came up before
You see them, you
the
don't
final. Yeah,
Hey.
that's so. There was a whole documentary about them.
see. Okay.
Apparently, when they were born, they were acting like, So even in the community, even in the community that they lived, apparently their mom was crying every single day.
Ooh.
And when they even took to football, then they even killed their mother cry. Because the community, everybody,
Yeah,
you know
like
that
they're
thing,
men,
like
yeah.
the stigma. Your children
Kwame.
look like men, like that kind of thing.
Kwame,
But now they
serious.
are making money, so everybody.
I tell you.
they play professional football.
People, your
Wow,
listeners
they
and
play
your listeners and viewers should go and check them out. Say Tem Wow or something, and the other
Yeah.
one, the captain is something.
One is
But for the
29, one
captain,
is
Kwame,
27. Yeah,
when she takes the ball,
my goodness. And you
the
didn't watch.
left-footed.
You didn't watch their game against Ghana.
I tell you,
Or move
Nyama.
commercial.
Oh yeah, say
The way
But
they
it's
played
serious.
us.
It's serious. Kudos to them.
Yeah.
These are great ladies. Charlie.
I was
love.
surprised at the scoreline. Like,
Yes.
You
I
know,
thought that maybe
it was going to be close.
Narrow win before Cameroon or something, but this one there, total annihilation.
I'm telling you.
Total annihilation.
The thing,
But-
the Cameroonians themselves were good.
Yeah, the manga lady, she brutal. Oh.
Yeah,
You see
she
the
scored
girl
2
who had
goals,
a
yeah.
brace. The manga, then the Eto girl.
Yeah.
I quite remember later they brought in some Belarus. The Belarus, the one I saw her, I said, hey, this one there should be some examination. I said, you.
I beg.
So,
Serious.
We should also know that the counting and official declaration of the results for the Zambia election is still ongoing. Yes.
there's no done.
No.
Since when?
They are done
It was
with the
halted
election,
on,
but
was
the
it Friday,
counting-
Saturday?
Yeah, there
And
was
this
one
morning,
Saturday.
yeah.
China.
So currently the current
Black
president
elections.
is leading.
Black elections.
The election just said, yeah. Incumbent Belly, yeah. Now wait. Oh, this one.
I did a
They
piece of
voted
my
when?
mind in
Yeah,
Zambia.
it was,
I think it's on Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday.
Thursday
Last
or
week
Friday.
Thursday.
Yeah, it's this Friday. I did a piece of my mind on that.
And Monday you are saying the incumbent is leading. Well, we near you. This one he's
If the incumbent is leading 3 days later,
hey.
there is also no change. There is also no change.
African elections.
But I was happy for one thing about the Zambian election. You know, the incumbent is a billionaire, and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
did not make his money in politics.
Yes.
Yeah.
He owns all kinds of businesses. So it was strange that
Yeah.
going into an election in Africa, the incumbent, one of the issues against the incumbent was not because he was corrupt.
Corrupt, yeah. It didn't come up.
It didn't come up at all.
No,
At all.
How can you have that conversation, Kwame?
At all.
How can
which
you
was
have that
which was
conversation?
strange in itself. Has there been a election in Africa where the incumbent is not accused of
You
corruption?
can't. Of course. You can't even
It
have
didn't
it.
come up.
No.
Because everybody in Zambia knows how he made his money.
Exactly.
He owns
Top,
a ranch. He's into a lot of businesses. Brutal.
So corruption matter there didn't come up at all. You can't
so it was
die.
pretty much about performance.
Yeah.
You said you do this on
And
inflation.
you've not
You said
done it.
you've not done it, which is very strange in Africa.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So he's still leading.
Yeah.
You vote on Thursday. Thursday, Friday,
this morning-
Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah.
Monday morning.
Yeah.
He's now leading. He's won.
As of this morning, he was leading by about 300,000 votes.
Why?
So I don't know how. And their numbers are not like us.
Yeah.
In Zambia, the total registered population is only 8 million. And even that, from the figures we are getting, just about 5 million or so people voted.
Charlie,
So if you are leading by 300,000 as at this morning,
Yeah,
a
so
continent that votes for a 93-year-old person.
54.82% against the one who is contesting him, 43%. So
Don't worry.
It
You
won't-
see,
okay,
a
it's
continent that elects to choose a 93-year-old person who every now and then is amending constitution to suit him. Then you think that continent is anything to go by?
Lizzie, let me celebrate some people. Let me celebrate some people and take it from there. Very notable people were born on this day. Yeah, very, very notable people. Everybody knows Bukom Banku. He was born on this day. Bukom Banku is only 46. Hey, are you people sure? He was born on this day in 1980. So Bukom Banku is celebrating birthday number 46 today. Doc says we have to go and look inside. So we'll go and look inside. And Kudus is also celebrating his birthday today. Mohammed Kudus is 27 today. He was born on this day in 1999. So Kudus is celebrating birthday number 27. Happy birthday to him. And if you love youth football, former Ghanaian youth international Moses Oja is also celebrating birthday today. He was born on this day in 1996. So you can do the maths. Moses Oja is celebrating birthday number 30 today. Happy birthday to him. We will swerve you on this day. But if you're also celebrating your birthday today, let us know on WhatsApp number 0500,000 202 0500,000 202, and we will do it hugely for you on those platform. This is Class 91.3.
I'll be ready to
This is Class 91.3 FM, and thus is a piece of my mind, which is a segment of the show where I share my thoughts on a subject and also give you an opportunity for you to do same. You can reach us on our multiple platforms. We're streaming live on Facebook. Look out for us, Class 913. And then when the phone lines are activated, you can also give us a call. Take note of the calling number when the phone lines are activated, not now. When the phone lines are activated, 0302 208080. Take note of the number 0302 208080. Or you can send us a message on WhatsApp on 0500,000 202 0500,000 202. This morning, I want to start with the carnage on our roads. Yes, the carnage on our roads. This thing of waking up every day to hear of an accident on major roads here in Accra is becoming worrying indeed. It was only last week that we lost out to about 12 people, and to be honest, I was very sad that I barely heard or saw anything coming from the quarters of governments concerning the passing of those 12 individuals. Yes, nobody knows them. I know. They are not very popular. They are not ministers. They are not MPs. They are not DCs. They are not MCs. They are not assemblymen, we know. But these were 12 very important souls. For whatever reason, they passed on. Due to whether it was the negligence of a driver, we understand that there was an abubuya in there somewhere. Whether it was the negligence on his part, or the buses, or the Sprinter car, well, I'm sure investigations are still ongoing. But we lost 12 very, very important lives, in my opinion. 12 very, very important lives. I was reading a sad story on the Facebook wall of colleague journalist Sadiq Obama about one of the people who was caught up in that accident. That apparently his wife or so was in hospital. He had gone to the hospital to go and visit his wife or so with his daughter. The man passed in that accident, and his daughter, who was in the car with him, has lost, I think, both legs and both hands or something like that. Yet I barely saw anything, at least 24 hours or 48 hours later, I barely saw anything coming from the quarters of government to even commensurate, with the family or condolences to the family or anything like that. What I heard were government officials all over the place talking about the fact that we need to pay attention on our roads and all of that. But it raises that very important question about what is happening on our roads. Is it a case of careless driving? Or is it a case of, whatever rules that we are supposed to have on our roads just not working? Last Friday, I raised the concerns of all of these Aboboyas and Pragyas competing with cars on motorways. And the worst part is that a lot of them, for those of you who drive in the evening or for those of you who drive at dawn, you will notice that a lot of them, they drive without lights. Yet they are on the roads. Meanwhile, they are coming from somewhere, and that somewhere that they are coming from, there were some security people, some policemen who were standing by the roadside, collect 55 CD or 10 Ghana CD and allow them to pass. Just like the big trucks carrying all kinds of things. Some of them are carrying stuff that are even exceeding the 5.5, so that they can't go through some overheads and all of that. But you will see them, and they are coming from somewhere. So you're asking yourself, who is on the roads checking, or who is on the roads to enforce that these things are done and they are done properly? In this country, sometimes it's as if everything is on autopilot. People are paid to do these things. People are paid to do these things. They are MTTU officers on the road, together with whoever. But we still see the carnage. It may not only be their fault. It could also be the case of careless driving on these roads. But if the rules were implemented, if you're driving carefully, it would be spotted, it would be noticed. We always say that we have our leaders traveling to other parts of the world and they go and see what happens there. You are driving past certain places, you are told you cannot go more than 40 kilometers, you cannot do an overtaking here, you cannot do this here, you cannot do that here, and there are cameras all over the place so that you don't play the fool. If you leave human beings to follow rules, a lot of them will not follow. But if you put in mechanisms in place to ensure that people who break the rules are punished, people will comply. How is it that someone will throw pure water from their cars on the street in Accra, but would they do that in London? Because there are cameras everywhere, and if you do that nonsense, you'll be caught and you'll be dealt with. You dare not throw even a chewing gum out of your mouth on the street in Singapore because there are cameras everywhere. And if the cameras catch up with you, the consequences are dire. You wouldn't make that mistake. Here, the cameras are not there. We don't even have them. Even if they are there, they are not everywhere. So people still play the fool. They do anything they like on our streets. People are crossing the streets anywhere. People are driving anyhow. Where people are not supposed to overtake, they would overtake. Where people are not supposed to speed, they would overspeed. And you wonder why, sadly, all of these accidents are happening all over the place. Every now and then I see a worrying video of a car trying to overtake someone on some of our major streets, especially on the Accra-Kumasi stretch, at places where it's literally I face you, you face me. And it's happening. And we're losing life after life after life. We see tipper trucks parked by the edges of the road, and they have been parked there for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And nobody cares why those cars are still there, why those trucks are still there. And it's causing all of these carnage on our roads. Were we not in this country where there was a long love letter from the National Road Safety Commission or whatever they are called about the Vauxhall cars? Don't you see still them on the road? Were we not here about the Vauxhall cars? Everybody has forgotten about that conversation. We have gone on a commercial break and the cars are there. And they are on the highways. They are not in the bush. They are on the highways. But nothing is happening. I don't remember driving on any of our streets and I saw, even this morning, there were about 2 or 3 Vauxhall cars on the route I was using. They were going free. Nothing will happen to them. Because if they are very certain that something will go wrong, they wouldn't even hit the streets. It's about time the authorities who are directly responsible for our roads pay a bit more attention. Take it a bit more seriously. There are a lot of organizations that are in charge of our roads, from the highways, feeder roads, name them, plenty. So if we still have all of these things happening on our roads, then maybe, just maybe, someone is not doing his job. And someone needs to be called to order. Sadly, here, people are not fired. So even if something has gone wrong elsewhere, after what happened, let's say last week, and what happened over the weekend in Asimfosu, someone would just respectfully resign because they have failed to do a thing or two and people have lost their lives. Here, nothing would happen. We won't even talk about it. We'll just mention it. We'll discuss it. And then life goes on the next day. It's most unfortunate. Most unfortunate. Sometimes I just hope that we keep a lot more tabs on this. Let me move on to, I know some of you say, and have been asking me whether I'm not even tired discussing this. But how can I be tired when I have to be here every morning, Monday to Friday, to educate, to inform, and to entertain? So I'll be here to do my part, and I would expect the authorities to do their part. Yesterday, after church, I was just scrolling through social media looking for information and stuff like that we could discuss on our platform this morning. And as usual, I saw one of my brother's videos, my brother Erastus Asaridonko. We used to praise him a lot, especially in the years preceding the preceding the election in 2024. And all the information that he put out there about Galamsey and why it appeared that we are not doing enough to deal with them. Go to his wall right now. Just go there. Type Erastus, Erastus, on Facebook. It will take you to his platform right now. And go and see how people are doing their thing as far as Galamsey is concerned. And they are doing it in major water bodies. Not some water body that is hiding somewhere that people cannot access. They are doing it in major areas where people are, sadly. And you're asking yourself whether in these areas, and it's the same areas that NIMOS went to do whatever they went to do between the 27th of July and the 2nd of August 2026. So that's plus or minus 2 or 3 weeks ago. And the 6 regions that they were. And it's those same regions that we are still battling with this Galamsey. Now it's even ended up in Savannah. Are we really doing enough to deal with this Galamsey menace? When I saw the video and I shared on a WhatsApp group and platform that I am on, a brother just typed this and I would read. I said this on the platform this morning. Kwame, when I hear you people sit on radio and discuss Galamsey in Accra, I laugh. Is it that you people do not know what is happening in the regions, or you are just dependent on one or two journalists who are doing their best to bring this to the fore? Come to my area in Western North, all the way from Bodi to Dwaboso, and come and see what is happening there. At least I know the member of parliament for Bodi is the Honorable Samsnahi, and I know the member of parliament for Dwaboso is a person who is also Minister of Health, the Honorable Kwabena Minta Kando. He says it's a daily thing. It happens in broad daylight. They don't even hide it. And it's like that in so many parts of the country where Galamsey is done. So you're asking yourself a very basic question, a very basic one. These same areas where the Galamsey is done, they have an assemblyman, they have an MC. Depending on the land size, they have a DC. They have a district police commander. They have a regional police commander. They have a regional minister. Are all of these people not aware of the level of Galamsey that is happening in these same communities? Or they don't see, or they don't hear, or they are not bothered? Which is which? Or maybe the president has not also wielded the axe by firing someone for not doing enough to ensure it is done. Then he even went ahead to say, Kwame, in my area, even the pastors are involved. That is what broke me. I wonder what they will be going to church to teach their congregants. Because we know the repercussions of this. The pastors are involved. The politicians are involved. The chiefs are involved. The MPs are involved. The DCs are involved. The assemblyman is involved. The locals are involved. So who is fighting what? If the people who are supposed to fight it are the same people who are involved, no matter the expenditure we put in the activity of NIMOS, it won't change anything. Because how is it that we have paid God knows how many thousands, I don't know their number, the blue water guards, and these blue water guards are supposed to be by the main rivers, and people are mining openly by these same main rivers? So is it the case that these blue water guards report to the authorities and they don't do anything about it? And of course, they also do not have the weapons to fight these guys, so there's nothing they can do. They can just watch. Or is it a case of NIMOS going into these places, dealing with the threats? The moment they move, then people go back. What exactly is happening? And we claim we are fighting it. We are just wasting money, with the greatest of respect. Because if you throw money at a problem, you are hoping that you manage the problem. So if the problem was, let's say, so bad, let's say 1 year ago, let's say Galamseyers have taken over a land space of about 1 acre or 10 acres, and you've been able to reduce it to 5, 4, and it's coming down 3, 2, 1 over time, then you know you're doing something. But not a case where you are telling us in one breath that you've been able to recover these forests, and then the next day we see that people have been arrested in those same forests. Then that is a complete joke. The same forest that we've been able to recover, you go there another time and people are there. So how is it working? The same rivers that we say that no one should be mining about 100 meters or 150 meters or 200 meters, people are now mining in the river, not away from the river, or in the river itself. And Galamsey is not something you can hide. The machines are there. The champagne machines are there. If you are listening to me, you can go to Erastus's platform. You see there's live and colored. It's very sad, though. It's very sad. This thing that we say we are fighting. Sometimes you wonder, what exactly are we fighting? Like what exactly are we fighting? And he posted on his wall again, this was about 4 days later, Mr. President, you must hold the police and MMDCs accountable for the worsening state of the Galamsey. And he's always posting videos and pictures to back whatever he puts out there on his platforms. It is a shame, it is an eyesore, how these things are still happening in areas that have authorities who are supposed to be in charge. And it's a long list of authorities who are in charge, if not for anything at all. There's a district police commander there. There are police officers in that particular area. What are they doing? They are not arresting anyone, or they are doing affairs over there. Maybe, just maybe, they are also doing affairs. So everybody is collecting as part of the booty and everybody is gone. Now pastors are allegedly involved. We are finished. If the assemblyman is involved, the MC allegedly is involved, the DC allegedly is involved, the district police commander or the regional police commander is allegedly involved, the MP is involved, the regional minister himself or herself is involved, then we are finished. Then nothing will change. But you see, for me sitting in Accra, the reason why I'll keep on shouting is that My life is at stake. It's the same water bodies that flow through all over. And this water would supposedly be purified for me to drink. I still drink water from Ghana. I can't afford Vox, the one that is imported. I can't. The fact that you are drinking any of this bottled water in this country doesn't mean you are safe. The water is coming from the same water, and it is water. You can't purify it 100%. It's impossible. So there will be particles left in it. You can't possibly purify it 100%. There will be purities in it where you and I would consume. It is those same areas where the galamsey is done. Watch out for that statement from Naimos last week. This is like our bread baskets. Those areas. That is where a lot of the food that you consume in Accra come from. And you think that with these minerals that they are using, which are speculated into the soil and gone into the food, and the food has been brought to Accra. You've gone to Makola, you've gone to Malata, you've gone to Newtown, you've gone to Domi Market, and you've gone to buy Apim, Nyadwa, Intos, and all of those things. Do you know what you are eating? Do you know what you are eating? And you can't say you eat those things too and go and eat the junk food too that is also sold at the supermarkets and the malls. Because they're also in Chininkwa. Processed food, that one you can also depend on that. So you end up eating the local, which is also contaminated. And when you finish eating, you drink water, which is also contaminated. But nobody seems to care about the problems this thing is causing all of us. Nobody seems to care. Because very greedy, powerful, and so-called influential people are involved. So even when you're arresting people, people are calling people and this is my person. That is my person. Let's continue like this. And let's keep throwing money at the problem in the name of fighting it. Because you cannot tell me that you are fighting or you're dealing with a threat. And that threat appears to be like literally like covering you. I don't know how you're doing it. We are here. The grace of God will take care of all of us, as always. The phone lines are activated. You can give me a call and share those thoughts with me. 0302 208080. 0302 208080. Give me a call and share those very strong thoughts with me. 0302 208080. 0302 208080. Alternatively, you can reach us on our socials. We're streaming live on Facebook. Yeah, we're streaming live on Facebook there. And I've shared one on my WhatsApp platform. You can go and read. I've shared one on my Facebook platform as well. You can also go and watch the video. Broad daylight. They are doing the galamsey in the river. They are not doing it by the side of the river. They are doing it in the river. And we say we are fighting galamsey. Or you can send me a message on WhatsApp number 0500,202 0500,202. I would appreciate you calling and sharing your thoughts with us. Okay, I have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, Mr. Kwame.
Yeah, Seth, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity this morning to also contribute. Concerning about the KFC, that is a Ghanaian lavish life they have. Some people went there not because of they cannot afford that, that to share the experience of being to that. That is the way I think. Mr. Kwame, let me go to the main point. You see, the Lancet per se, we know that how many districts when you can find they are doing illegal mining, because it is not all mining, it is Galamsey. The one we call as illegal, that is Galamsey. And we have an MC. They are the district present for there. Have a civil servant who constitute to make the directors of all the departments that have to control those illegal. What are they doing? They are paying them salary. They are collecting salary. They can demonstrate that the salary is not enough for them. What are they doing? Because the money is not coming out from what they do as a return. It is the money all they get from we, the citizens, into the consolidated account. That is the money they use to pay them. So they don't care about anything. They will go there and sit down. If you go, you ask them that this thing you're supposed to do is you will not bother you. What is worrying you? Book long. That is a popular message they have. Police too, they're supposed to do something. But because they haven't tasked them for specific things, they are carefully. Because if they go out, their boss will tell them that, what are you coming to do there? Who instructs you? Who give you the permit? I'll leave it for the others to continue. Thank you.
I appreciate you calling. Seth, 0302208080. Hello, good morning. Okay, I lost out this caller, but you can try again. 0302208080. 0302208080. Call me and share those strong thoughts with me. Hello, good morning. Dave, go ahead.
Democracy led the two army commander to president. Now president is the commander of army. What army said, and you are comparing every day, I ask myself, the army work, we don't work. They do friend our land. You see, the land is not. They took the party to be the own land. God bless us.
Oh, Dave, your line is not too great. If you could just position yourself and call us back, I would appreciate that. But the video is so worrying. The place is Mansu Kubrisu on the River Offing. Mansu Kubrisu on the River Offing. There's an MC there or a DC there. There's an MP for that area. All of them say they have not seen what is going on there. It's on to them. Hello, good morning.
Morning, bro.
Yeah, good morning.
This is Michael from Kotobabe.
Mike, go ahead.
Thank you. Bro, why are we pretending as if we this is not the kind of leaders that we want? Why are we pretending? Why are we running away from them? Why are we running away from the kind of government that we want, democracy that we are practicing now? That is what we want. Like this, we would have changed this long time ago. We will not be here discussing this. Look, a leader said, don't go. We prefer leaders that will say, don't go, and you go there. Because at the end of the day, we know he will not punish us. That is how we are. You understand me? We don't just want to listen to our leader. We don't take them, we don't value them. That's what. So this is the democracy that we are practicing. This is what we want. So we better quiet and then enjoy it. We should all die one day. That is all. We pretend to die to enjoy, have all the flashes cars, and then die young. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Thank you very much for calling 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Kwame.
Eddie, go ahead.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. Mr. Kwame, my thought this morning is about the road carnage. The carnage is too much, please. I think that drivers need to be cautioned. Sometimes midnight driving and dawn is not good for the drivers. You know, the streets are very dark. So I think that if they wait and they break, that's where they can shine, whereby the road will be safe for them. So I think that if we are all suggesting ways and means that are bringing ideas that we can find a solution, the road carriage is too much right now. We've lost so many people within this year. I think that drivers need to be very, 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 very alert and on what the streets are very dark, and if they are dark, they don't need to travel in the night. Most of the accidents happen during the night. I think that the only solution that we are finding to this problem is that they shouldn't travel during the night, and the streets are not safe for them in the night. This is where the calamities and vehicles that have been parked on the road for so many days and they are not attended to. It's a lot of challenge. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Eddie, for calling as well. Hello, good morning. Oh, I lost this caller, but you can try again. 0302208080. 0302208080. Or send me a message on WhatsApp on 0500,202. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Kwame.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
This is Wisdom calling from Pokwati.
Wisdom, go ahead.
Okay, please, I want to talk a little about the Galamsey issue. It seems the people in the area are more happy with the Galamsey. Because imagine the last time, people hold candle night for somebody who was arrested for Galamsey. So just look at the whole thing. I think the people must be educated more about it, and then a job will be allocated for them in the area to do. Aside from that, it will be very difficult to fight the Galamsey. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Thanks for calling 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Brother Kwame.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, I'm Yima, calling from Amamole.
Yima, go ahead.
Yeah, quick one. Before I proceed with my issue, I'd like to extend my warmest greetings to one of those who helped the victory of the NDC in 2024, Abbas Rusabuti. I appreciate you so much. He's going for Deputy National Organizer. My brother, about this Galamsey issue, Brother Kwame, you've hit the nail at the right place. Even the water we are consuming, thinking that is being purified, has a question mark on it. So I want to ask, what at all? I mean, oh God, I really don't know what to say about our attitude towards certain things in this country. My brother, we've talked about Galamsey since time memorial. God will not descend from heaven to give us water. He has given them to us on this earth. All that we need is to protect it. Let me draw your attention to another issue. Our mothers and sisters who deals in this our fruit, our local fruit, Brother Kwame, they are using chemicals to force this fruit to just get ripe within a day or two. Using chemicals, and even our plantain and all that, even some of them came out to deny that they are not part of it. So what do you want all of us to die in this country through our water and our food? What are you doing? So I mean, when you get the gold, can you consume the gold? What is all kind of this? And then those are the hem of affairs. I really don't know what to say, because no individual or institution is bigger or stronger than a government machinery. 9 months is there, whatever is there, and this Galamsey issues keeps on going, keeps on going on. My brother, day in, day out, day and night, and we keep highlighting it. Please, water is essential. Water is essential. All our water bodies are contaminated. Please, put a stop to it. Ask Kwame, you said we cannot import water even from our neighboring countries, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, and others. Not to talk of Europe. We can't. Some of us, we are vulnerable when it comes to settings. We can't import anything. Please, authorities, step your foot down. We are dying. Look at babies, our mothers who goes to hospitals to deliver babies. Look at them with a lot of deformities. Why? You give...
Mano, I hear you. They hear all this. But what are they doing about it? Hello, good morning.
A friend, a brother from the same constituency. I'm in South Kwabenya, he's in Taifa. How are you doing?
Eben, what have you brought me from the farm?
I told you already.
You are still there?
Today again. Yeah, corn.
You are still there?
No, I'm back.
Okay, you are. We'll talk after the show.
But I'll be going this afternoon again.
You like the farm?
Sorry, I said follow who know road.
I know, right?
Follow who know road. Anyway, let me greet your friend Honorable Agbo this morning. He's listening to you.
Oh, I see.
Kwame, see this country, Charlie. As I told you the last time, Charlie, we have a long way to go. And for me, the new 9 months boss, I will just tell him that when Keneboa was in charge, he was not even giving anyone's chance. That was why some of our own party folks did their possible best for him to be recalled to the barracks. I'm telling the new 9 months boss, he should also follow the same suit. You see, because that was why I was happy when my president said that some of his own members are doing it. We are begging them. As I've been saying each and every time, if you think your party in power, consider Untumi. You see, a whole president went and said Untumi was not doing illegal money. But when his party find himself in opposition, Kwame, where is Untumi now?
Or them.
So my party folks who are doing it and they think we are in power, so they will come and say all sorts of things. We are not doing it and using. Meanwhile, the people you live with them in the same community are saying that you are doing it. This is from it. You don't know when your party will go out of power. If you can't even let anything say, I say, consider Untumi. Kwame, have a good morning.
Have a good morning, my brother Eben. Thank you for calling. We'll take a few more calls and then wrap up this segment. Hello, good morning.
Mr. Kwame, good morning.
Alan, go ahead.
Mr. Kwame, I'm sure on the page. I'm chairman 24 million. Honorable said my film, my didn't debut, no, honorable Desmond Nashua, no, Abu Kosia Shama. Mr. Kwame, and I pay, I get back where I am a devil, MPP for we know where we can hear. Honorable Kuboy, you mean here. When say, despite or Kasa, which you say, need air Kasa. Nti yɛda ne ase sɛ wɔtumi awi ne greater Accra wɔn original chairman no so ɛna yɛn nua aburo nyɛ so owi ne yɛn no party pɛnka bɔ mu wɔn nso sɛ wɔn try sɛ wɔn bɛtwe wɔn abo Kennedy Japan aba na aburo nyɛ awi ne wɔn ase ne yɛbɛyɛ ndɛ.
Mate 0302208080 or send me a message on WhatsApp on 0500,202 0500,202. Let's take the conversations from there. Or find us on our socials. We're streaming live on Facebook. Look out for us, Class 913. And give us a message, give us a like, give us a share, and give us a watch there as well. Or send us a message on WhatsApp on 0500,202 0500,202. And let's take the convos from there. We'll take a few more calls and then we'll wrap up the segment. Hello, good morning. Oh, I lost this caller, but you can try 0302 208080 0302 208080. And then we can take the conversations from there. Okay, I'll take some of your messages, but let me go back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Brakwame. This is Gravity calling from Pong.
Oh, Gravity, and thank you for the assistance this morning.
Thank you. You're welcome. Brakwame, do you know something? God be so wonderful to some of us that we get the opportunity to travel in this country a lot, from region to region. I only want to say something about the Galamsey. We should not sit in Accra or be in Accra and then be making those noise that they are fighting Galamsey. When you go to Bekwai, Sevui area, even in your name, this area, this Kumasi route, when you take that place before you know. And it's not that they are doing the thing hidden at a hidden place. At the roadside, you'll be in your car, you can see it clearly. So why the authorities are deceiving us? Why are they deceiving us? Are they saying they are not seeing all these people? So I just don't know. We are only deceiving ourselves that we are fighting Galamsey. Have a good morning.
Have a good morning. And I like calls like this. People who travel and see this for themselves, just like all of us. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, I lost the caller. 0302 208080 0302 208080. Give me a call and share those very strong thoughts with us on the carnages on our road, and then of course on issues concerning Galamsey as well. This one is coming from Abdul in Sun City. Okay, let me go back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, probably I want to say that now the subject democracy led a give command to our president. So we are not seeing the work. I'm not seeing the work of the pages no more. They're more temple. Because pages are in the country where people are doing things lawful on the land. You see, against the land. So these are the people who are the armies are the people who have to defend our land. And our land to which government not give you indenture. It's not all land in our country yet. But now, everything, that's why I say everything, we have to be arresting people. We have to be punishing people. Let me say just talk. The bad people are increasing. Who don't want bad and they are increasing. Who are letting them increase? That is the question. And we have people there to stop them to increase. And they are not stopping them. So why are we talking all the time? Well, we not believing up how we go arrest all the side people who are not helping to arrest the bad people who are increasing. The police, the soldiers. Why? We are paying them coming. I want the people are doing somewhere all the time, you know. No, we in the country. Huh?
Okay. Dave, we appreciate you, and maybe that's going to be the final call we'll take this morning so that I can read as many of the messages that have come in before we start the conversations in the studio. This one says, good morning, Kwame. Are our leaders in this Fourth Republic serious with the betterment of this country? Certainly no. I was disappointed in the past government, and I'm beginning to get even more disappointed and hopeless in the current administration. Any government that is serious with fighting anything against the states can do that effortlessly, especially in the case of Galamsey. Those in authorities that have a say to that fight are the main problem. That is why we aren't making any progress there. Our leaders care less about the carnage on our roads because it hardly affects them. We are killing each other with greed, selfishness, and incompetence at the highest level. Everything is just bazaar in this country, as if we don't have leaders. Even in the animal kingdom, where stupidity is predominant, they still have some leadership and comport themselves. Okay. Inshaba says, congratulations to all newly elected MPP regional executives across the country. A sign of victory towards 2028. Either rain or shine. Okay. This one is coming from my sweet Auntie Abba. She says, good morning, Kwame. The topic you have raised this morning should cause the government to put on sackcloths and ashes to mourn the number of deaths that have occurred the past 2 weeks. They have not said a word. I have not seen it. These deaths shouldn't have happened if street lights are working. Auntie Abba, you are not tired of this one, eh? And that is where a lot of these accidents happen on the outskirts. Even in Accra, the street lights are not there. So if you are traveling out of Accra, sometimes the roads are so dark, you're asking yourself, the money that we pay for street lights in this country, all of us pay, it's not free. We pay. If you are still using the post-paid ECG bill, the blue and white paper, there's some coins there that we all pay for street lights. We all pay. It's not free. We all pay. You're asking yourself, where does that money go to? Where does it go? Where does it go to? All of that money over the years. You can drive for a whole stretch out of Accra and you even see a bulb by the roadside. As for the ones in Accra, it is a waste of everybody's time. The street lights in Accra are maybe 27th grade or something. The street lights, the lights in my room are brighter than the street lights in Accra. The lights in my room is brighter than the street lights in Accra. By this time, go and see the budgets for that one as well. The amount of money that has been spent on that light. When you see it, you collapse. These days shouldn't have happened if street lights were working everywhere. Street lighting levy is deducted each time we buy power. Oh, thank you, Grandma. Why? Mr. President should set up and follow the street lighting problem because it concerns all of us who make use of our roads, mostly the common citizens who travel by bus. I am tired of this. Even if Grandma is tired, what about we, the younger ones? Kwame, are we still talking about fighting Galamsey? Now, I cannot eat my favorite contomere stew because it is full of harmful chemicals. Hey, please, I beg. Then who do contomere for me to come and eat? I beg, don't stop. See where your greedy children have taken you to. Oh, Amagana. When a former member of parliament said offenders should be shot on sight, there was an uproar about what he said. But now, for the sake of the millions of Ghanaians, it should be done without any apology, period. Okay. I hope someone is listening. I just hope someone is listening. Davi Senatu has also sent me her own. Traders caught repackaging mud-soaked drinks in Bubuash. Oh, this is here thing. The other day, Alaji, somebody sent me videos of what some of the traders have been doing with their palm oil. I don't know if you've seen that. And then how they are managing the fresh fish caught from the sea as well. Alaji, when you see it, you can't eat it. You stop taking palm oil and you probably would stop eating fish. If you see how they as for banana, it is a whole book. As for banana, there's somebody asked me to go and try, and I tried it and I saw what I wanted to see. If you buy banana and you want to know whether it is proper one, not the one that has been sprayed or anything like that. You see the black polythene rubber bag? The one that the banana seller himself or herself will put inside for you. When he gives it to you, just put it in the bag and tie it. All right? Just like pawpaw. Tie them. And just leave it anywhere in your house for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, open it. Probably that will be the last time you eat banana in your life in Ghana. What you will see, you won't know how to describe it. But these things are happening here. And the Galamsey is stopping up. Bonti Benjamin, hey, where have you been? It's been so long. I'm confident that the newly elected regional executives of the MPP across the country would work in unity to enhance our chances of recapturing power in 2028. Okay, let me go back to David Sena's messages and read everything. Kwame, what are the powerful chiefs in some of these mining areas doing to help government to check Galamsey? Or they are also accomplices? David Sena, I wish I had an answer. But how can anybody convince anyone, including Alaji's 4 boys, that there's an assemblyman in the area, there's an MC, there's a district police commander, there's a regional police commander, there's an MP for the area, there are chiefs in the area, there are opinion leaders in the area, and all of them want to tell us that they don't see the galamsey that is going on in their area. Then we are all blind, though. We are all blind. Kwame, the road safety officers and police should subject routine drug and alcohol testing among drivers, because some of us suspect human factors, including fatigue and inexperience, are likely to blame for the senseless accidents and high fatalities on our roads. I agree with you, Grandma. Kwame, talk about our roads in this country. The kind of roads we construct in this country. Hey, Tony from Lashibi. Tony, Charlie, this country looks like we can't get anything right too. A road is constructed, and after 6 months, you wonder whether we spent millions on that same road. The moment it rains once or twice, no, everything is gone. Hey, this one says, "Good morning, Kwame. I think Galamsey can't entirely be stopped. Why? Is destroying our water bodies, which is the problem. If they can find technology not to destroy the rivers, then we may be winning. Traveling in the night can't be stopped either. Street lights can solve some problems and drive out the thieves." John Abbott, you send this from Sakumono. Thank you, John. Ken in West Rasako, you say, "Kwame, I had oranges and vegetables from the village. Could you imagine, after a week, all of them are now rotting at room temperature. What do we even eat into our system? Galamsey and fertilization combined." I like that. All right. Anyway, keep your messages coming on WhatsApp number 0500,202 0500,202. My brother Alaji Banjili has joined me in the studio. He speaks for the NPP. We're going to be getting into the issues right away, and we want to start the conversations this morning with this party. They have elected new leaders. The word I get from almost all of them who gave victory speeches was that of unity, coming together and working very hard to bring the party back to par. And I also see that a lot of the, how do we call them? Those are the base, are also happy with new leaders, because they said some of the old executives were not performing. So they are happy to see new leaders. Alaji, good morning. And thank you for joining us this morning. Obviously, you would have followed the elections all over, particularly in the northern region. I know you have an interest there. Alhaji Samba was retained.
Yes.
Yeah, he must be doing a good job there.
Well,
you know him. If he's doing well, you know.
Very well. So for me, I have, as a party person, I have never actually disagreed with any electoral college. Whatever the delegates decide, I believe that is in the best interest of the party in the region. So, and if you look at what has happened over the weekends, at least about 15 regions held their elections. The only outstanding one, I'm told, is Western North, and they were also supposed to have theirs yesterday. So, if you look at what has happened, I mean, by and large, the elections were very peaceful, you understand, and you see, that is my interest, because if you look at most elections, especially when you are in power and all that, people they fight to get elected, but if you are in opposition, there's actually little to fight over. So you could see that generally it was peaceful. And what it also tells me, as somebody who has worked in the regions before, is that people are actually prepared to fight for power in 2028. That is what that's what gives me so much hope. I mean, I have observed after the elections, I've seen in regions people who have lost, have made very, very positive statements that suggest that they are going to participate actively in the fight for political power in 2028. And I've also seen that some of the regional chairmen have actually visited those who competed against them. I mean, these are signs that there is unity and people are actually looking beyond the regional elections, but to put in their individual effort to ensure that every region is able to reclaim their past or lost glory. I mean, I have heard the new Western regional chairman say that he's going to win back all the seats that the New Patriotic Party lost in 2020 and 2024. And Kwame, if you also look at the level of interest, it's not like an opposition party. It's like a ruling party because, and what it tells me is that people have confidence that the New Patriotic Party is going to win the election in 2028. Because if you saw the number of people who offered themselves in northern region, as you mentioned, Chairman Samba came back. Alaji Inusa Dagomba boy, who has been an experienced party leader from Yendi. I think this is about his second or third time that he's contesting. I mean, he's a colossus when it comes to politics in northern region. You also had Alaji Fuzi, a successful businessman who is based in Tamale, also an experienced party person. He contested the 2024 elections as the New Patriotic Party parliamentary candidate in the Tamale South constituency. Of course, he couldn't make it, but
yeah, the tough place.
Yeah, very tough. Very tough.
The tough place.
Yeah, very tough place. So, and also the other gentleman is Mumin, son of the former regional chairman Alaji Salfu COP. May his soul rest in peace. Mumin also made that the last time he contested for regional youth organizer, he couldn't make it, but he thought this time round he could also contest as regional chairman. Unfortunately, he didn't win. And if you look at the caliber of people who line up for the various positions, each one of them, given the opportunity, can do what is expected of them. And it tells you that the level of interest, because someone would have thought that maybe the party is in opposition. I mean, nothing is coming from anywhere. People have to encourage, rely on membership dues, rely on party people who are business people to support. You understand, there is no any central pool that you can draw from. So, but you could see the level of interest, people across the country. If you listen to people, if you saw people who kind of contested the elections, you know that the New Patriotic Party is actually going to give the NDC a run for their money. And if you also observe the elections, for instance, in Northern Region, as you mentioned, Samba was retained. In Upper East, the incumbent during contest by one Tigo, or is it Figo? Figo won. Yes, you go to Upper West also, a new person, one Abdul Aziz Abdurrahman was elected. You come to Bunu East, Ibrahim Bukare Baba was also elected. Oti region, one Dr. Frank Irenchi. In Volta region, one Makafui
Wanya. So he was re-elected.
Yes. Makafui Kofi Wanya was re-elected. Ahafo region, Robert Safu Mensa was elected. And then
that's a new person.
Yeah, I think that's a new person. Eastern region, our friend Jeff Konadu Ado. He was also retained. My friend there is his regional secretary, Kofi Osei. He was my mate at KNUST.
Oh, okay.
Yes. We did our postgraduate together. So he was also retained, very experienced party manager. Then you come to Western region, one Ignatius Kwesi Afrifa Ashanti region, and I think that was one of the
Yeah, the big ones everybody was looking at. Kuka won there.
Looking at the fact that Kuka in the past had contested with
Chairman
Chairman
Wontumi.
Wontumi, and the fact that Wontumi wasn't contesting. I mean, he wanted to be national chairman. So a lot of, I mean, local political dynamics playing out. But at the end of the day, Kuka won. And like I told you, if you look at the caliber of people who contested against Kuka, you just know that, I mean, people are actually ready to work. If Kuka had not won and it had gone to any of them, definitely they could have managed the region effectively. Because the Ashanti region is one of the areas that the New Patriotic Party that is in political parlance, they say that is the World Bank of the New Patriotic Party. So everyone is watching the caliber of people who are going to be elected to man the biggest constituency of the party, that is the Ashanti region. So for me, if you look at the people who have been assembled, we have no excuse not to win the 2028 election, because these gentlemen are actually out to sacrifice. You understand? They are not, I mean, they are coming out to fight to ensure that the New Patriotic Party and Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is elected as the next president to give Ghanaians a first-class government.
I guess for many who were following this, it was, if you like, projecting into the future and look at what the opportunities that would arise would come from. And I remember I was listening to, I think, Dr. Okoboy, who won in Greater Accra region.
I actually didn't mention Okoboy is a good friend.
Oh, okay.
He won.
And the fact that a lot of them have major things to deal with. Getting the numbers back on side. So, for example, you look at the Greater Accra region, for example. The NPP has not performed that poorly until the last election.
Yeah.
NDC winning about 29 or 30, NPP winning just about 4 or 5. For a region that only in the last election had voted 2014 for the NPP. NPP had 20 seats and NDC had 14. In only their last election, to the extent that now they have only 4. And even those 4, it was very close. For example, if you mention the minority chief's whip's place, lawyer Ahmed Shaib, Jerry's place, he only won by a very thin margin, and at some point it looked like he was even going to lose. If you look at a place like Trobu, the lady who won there, if you look at a place like Anya Sotum, Elder Tobin's place, and then Honorable Boame's place, Okaikwe Central. Even there was very close. It went back and forth with current High Commissioner to Nigeria. So it looked like at some point it was going to be a clean sweep. You look at the Western region, for example, for the first time in many years, NDC won more seats there. As for Western North, MPP had only one. Just one. In the Central region, it was another battering, 3 against 20. In the Ashanti region, where traditionally they've been winning 43 out of 47, now the NDC made inroads there and won 7 constituencies there. In the Bono region, where Abronya is chairman, NPP has only 1 out of 11. Bono East, same. Ahafu, pretty much a close one. Northeast is 3-3. In the northern region, as for Tamale and its environs, it looks like it's becoming a no-go area for you. This is a region where I remember this because he was my mom's mate in school. Alhaji Idris, may he so rest in peace. Yes. Even when he won, there were only 2 seats, Gukpegu Sabonjida and Chogu Tishigu. And then he won the Sabonjida one, and the NDC won the other one. Since it was split up and became North, Central, South, Sagnerigu, NDC has claimed all of it. So going into the election next year, Upper West, for example, I think MPP has only 1. Upper East, none. So it's not just a case of these guys being elected as regional chairman, but they have to really work hard. Not just to get Dr. Bawumia to power, they also need the parliamentarians to come and vote on bills for him. So for me, that is where the job starts, and not running around and collecting funds.
Yeah. So Kwame, just like you mentioned, I mean, the 2024 election was a catastrophe for our party. There's no doubt about that. We had never performed that poorly. You see, a lot of factors contributed to that. That is why the election of these gallant men and women gives me some amount of hope. Because if you look at in the past, you know, Greater Accra used to be one of the strongholds of the New Patriotic Party. And, you know, sometimes you are able to use Greater Accra to measure the temperament within the political ecosystem. So, you know, seeing what happened in Greater Accra, I mean, a lot of people were not surprised and they knew that, I mean, there was going to be a ripple effect in the other regions. Because you see, Greater Accra is like a cosmopolitan. You understand? You have people from all backgrounds who are here.
Yes.
You understand? And, you know, sometimes in those days, back in Tamale, they will ask you, have you called Accra people to hear what is happening? You understand? You understand? So, you know, sometimes opinions in Accra matters a lot, especially even in the political system.
This is where the action is, I guess.
You understand? So recently, when there was this massive demonstration by our people, you know, people was, hey, then what is happening? Then we're actually coming back because people said, Greater Accra. Then, I mean, national officers and other people call for a demonstration, and people turn up this way. That means that there is kind of hope.
So it gingers everyone again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something. You see, at the right time, all of us are going to go back to our various or respective regions to offer our advice. You see, in a place like Northern Region, you know, in the 2020 elections, for the first time, we shared the seats equally with NDC. You see, the strategy is simple. The NDC controls the Tamale area. You understand? So if you take for
what
instance,
has led to that, if I may ask?
Yes, you know, the unfortunate incident in Yendi caused everything to change. But things are changing because people, you know, it used to, if you look
It doesn't look like that to me.
I'm coming. Let me
North, South, Central especially.
Let me-
The gap is getting bigger and bigger.
Sometimes it depends on the candidate you feel in there. You understand? I mean, if you go, you know, for instance, you go and put somebody there and the person match the person against the sitting MP and they think that, oh, even though this is an NDC man, I'm not sure this is a better substitute. I mean, it's not, I mean, so sometimes people vote that way. And if you watch, even in Tamale South, as I told you, you know, MPP usually will get certain number. It reduced a bit. And some people attributed it perhaps to the candidates. We feel that. You understand? So, in fact, strategically, if you want to win in the northern region, there are certain seats you need to target. There are some of them we lose just by 1,000, 2,000. If you campaign there seriously, you are likely to flip it.
Like Yabaga, Kobori.
Yeah, that is even in
Gushegu, Yendi,
Bandai,
Bandai, places like that.
Yendi traditionally is MPP, just like.
But you lost it.
Yeah.
My brother lost the seat. Farouk lost the seat.
And, you know, everybody, even Farouk himself knows why he lost, you understand. And that is why all of them have gone back to build the party, to build it to a point that whoever they file there or whoever eventually becomes the parliamentary candidate will take back the seat. We have lost it. This is the second time we have lost it. In the year 2008, our own uncle, Alhaji Malik Alasan,
the former interior minister.
Interior minister, you understand, because of disunity within the.
Is he around?
He's around.
Okay.
Always, I mean, I visit him at least once every fortnight. Once every fortnight.
He's in Accra?
Yes.
Okay.
It's at Dutch Motor.
Oh, okay.
I usually have lunch with him. once.
He's a very nice man.
Very, 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 very. He's like, I mean, he's my father. I should say that. He's my father. So, you know, the MPP lost it in 2008. Unfortunately, this time around also, we lost it. And I tell you, I mean, we have done the analysis. We have come to realize what the problems are. The Yende people themselves, they know what, I mean, like, they know how it feels like if you don't have a representation. Like, for instance, Nana Akufo-Addo, I mean, Dr. Bawumia won the presidential elections. NDC won the parliamentary. So the Yende people themselves, they are feeling it. They know how it is. If you are a majority and you allow a minority party to represent you in parliament, they're definitely not going to speak for you or your interests. They are not representing your interests. So people, you could see the last time at the presidential primaries, I visited the whole region, and I could see that people are actually feeling it, and they are working their hearts out to ensure that they retain the seats. And I was telling you, I mean, in 2020, NDC had 9, the MPP also had 9 seats. And the strategy is simple. The NDC is very strong in Tamale and Kumbungu. If you add it, I mean, the 4 Tamale seats, add Kumbungu to it. That's their strongest constituency. So
Did you win in Myong?
No, we lost it.
Yeah.
We lost it. That's why these are the seats that can easily be flipped. You understand? In Myong, the difference is not that much. So if you put a candidate who is very strong, supported by the local party machinery, definitely you can win it. You understand? Saboba is the same way. Look at Savlogo. We flipped it. But it used to be a very strong NDC constituency. But these are not seats that NDC wins with wide margin, like the margins you see in Tamale.
Okay.
So if you want to win some of these seats, what you do is that you get a strong candidate. I mean, get a strong party machinery behind the person. Definitely, you are going to win the seats. So these are, look at Tolong. Tolong used to be the seat of the NDC back in the day. But we were going around, shopping around. Eventually, they said that there was a worker at Dalang GDCP, the Danish NGO. I mean, the party encouraged him. President Kufuor appointed him.
Tolong is your seat.
Yes, I'm saying, but in the past, it used to be NDC.
Okay.
From 92 until Honorable Wahabu came in. You understand? So they encouraged him. I mean, President Kufuor made him a DC in his second term. And you know, it's very, very rare for a DC chief executive to transition to become a member of parliament. Because sometimes as a DC, you are stepping on so many toes. You understand? But he was very popular. He won it in 2008, even though we lost the general elections. And he retained it. Subsequently, Honorable Habib also came in. And he has built on the strength of his predecessor. He has kind of consolidated the seat. And I believe Tolong is also now an area that very many NDC people may not want to invest there because you may not win. You are likely not to win. You understand? So these are the ways we are looking at it. If you target the seats that we marginally win or lose, you are likely to win them back. And then let them...
It depends on what you do, though.
Yeah, that's why I enumerated what we needed to do. You need a strong candidate, a very popular candidate whose appeal goes beyond your own political party. You understand? And, you know, if you put, like Habib, you go to Tolong, you have some NDC people who will go and vote NDC presidential candidate, but they will tell you that I'm voting for Soyalana because he has brought this, he has brought that, he has brought this to, you understand, my constituency. Because for Habib to take a radio station to Tolong and also establish a TV station, state-of-the-art TV station, people say, it's Tolong. You know, that's where I also come from. Yes. So, I mean, people ask them, is this happening in Tolong? You understand? So you have, his appeal goes beyond the New Patriotic Party. And people will say that, this man, he's brought tractors branded with his own name to the community, and he's saying that during farming season, you are just going to buy, I think, fuel into the tractor they farm for you. They have never seen it anywhere. So, that's why I'm saying that you need a strong candidate. You need a very strong party machinery.
And you need resources.
Absolutely. I mean, parliamentary elections, I mean, you need a fortune to fight it. You need big money to fight it, because, our politics has become monetized, in some questions. I've been to places where people say that if they are not given money, they won't vote, because of lack of confidence in the entire system. I mean, government system, because some of them have this feeling that you vote for the person, the next
you don't see
time
them again.
You see them in the V8, you see them on television. Say, yeah. You understand? Whilst
they are down there suffering.
You understand? So some will say that unless I'm given something, I'm not going to vote. Talking about this one, Kwame, let me also talk about Savannah region, because it's a region that used to be part of the bigger or the larger northern region. The incumbent, Alhaji Suleimana, we all call him Professor Kamonia. He also retained. He fought the battle with another very important political figure, Dr. Clifford Bremer. He used to be the MD of Ghana Water. Alhaji Suleimana retained the seats, and you could see that they've done some changes. You understand? So everywhere, even in northern region, the first vice chair couldn't retain his seats. A number of other people, the treasurer couldn't also retain it. He lost by just a vote. And, the delegates have done it in such a way that they've taken out in some cases, and put in new people, new faces. And what it tells you is that, it's going to kind of energize the grassroots, because these are people they themselves have elected. So there's that kind of confidence. We put them there to work. And I am very, very certain that all of them are going to do their best to ensure that the New Patriotic Party comes back.
Let's look at the final one on that one, and then I'll get Charles into the conversation as well. I mean, you are starting from a very difficult position for these elected executives. Yes. It's one thing when your party is in office and access to funding is, for want of a better word, a bit more easier. Let me put it that way. You find yourself in a position, and you made mention that you have to try raise money, fall on business people, fall on friends, fall on family, whoever can support you. At this point in the life of the NPP, with the margin of loss in the last election, I've had people say that even if you are bringing in a new team, turning around that kind of loss in one election cycle is going to be, it's not impossible, but it's going to be one hell of a battle. I mean, the loss was massive at the presidential level, about 1.7 million votes. At the parliamentary level, it was terrible. Between now and the next election day is another 2 years and 4 months. We are not God, so we don't know what would even happen tomorrow. But what will be that kind of efforts that these executives would have to put in beyond the failures of this current administration? Because a lot of parties ride on the failure of the government in office. Beyond that failure, you also have to do your work on the ground. What are you going to do differently? Of course, I'm not asking you to review party secrets and stuff here, but you've got to do something beyond the norm to overturn that kind of loss.
Yeah, so definitely, and for us, thank God, we have a very strong presidential candidate.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
He was battered.
Absolutely.
But he was battered.
If you talk to party people and various analysts or pundits, they will tell you that it was a vote on the government.
Which he was a big part.
You understand? but he wasn't the leader.
But he was the powerful number two.
Kwame, take for instance, in 2016, there was a massive, about 1 million votes defeat of the incumbent president.
Yes, correct.
You understand that? So now people are telling themselves, if President Mahama lost with that margin, and within 8 years, Ghanaians have...
That's why I say 2 election cycles in this case. Yeah.
I mean, they are not exactly the same. I want you to look at a picture. I'm painting a picture. So within 8 years, he was forgiven and brought back. You understand? Because he contested 2020 again and lost.
Yes.
Yes. Now, this is a candidate who has never been given an opportunity. President Mahama was given an opportunity. You understand? He was president within 4 years. His record was examined. He lost about 1 million votes. Now, look at Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Bawumia has never been a president. He has always supported as a vice president. You cannot say that the fact that, of course, you can talk about collective responsibility, but we are talking about somebody who is elected. He has never been elected to lead as a president. So if John Mahama, after 8 years, was forgiven and given another opportunity, now you are saying that somebody who has never been given an opportunity, you understand, should never be given an opportunity.
Alhaji, don't you think that would be hypocritical on the part of anyone who argues that way? Because he appears to take the glory of the party going into the election in 2024, but he appears to, for those who argue that way, of course, he appears to then say, when it went wrong, I was only a mate.
No, the fact of the matter is that, like I told you, the new Patriotic Party government had some issues going
which
into
he
the
was part.
Elections.
Yes.
You understand? But I'm saying that if another political party, headed by another leader, lost with about 1 million votes, and within 8 years, he was forgiven and brought back. Now you are saying that somebody who has never been given an opportunity to be the president should never be given the chance to be the president because he was part of a government that ended in 2024. I mean, it defeats logic. The point is that take Dr. Bawumia as a candidate, as an individual. Kwame, you and I know that he has an unblemished record.
Where?
Like, he has an unblemished record.
In terms of...
What can you point out against him as an individual? You know he's competent. You know he has the capacity. You know he's intelligent.
If you...
Kwame,
you're asking me, so I'm also...
These are
it's only fair that I ask. Of course. It's fine.
So, now I'm saying that nobody doubts it. You understand? No, but even his opponents will tell you that Akwano Nimadie. Pardon my broken tree.
Never mind.
You understand? So, there's no doubt about that. And you see, if this country is going to move forward, if this country is going to leapfrog in terms of our development, these are the kind of people we need as leaders of this country. Kwame, 8 years, you can't point out anything against him. You understand? I mean, he did his best to support his leader or his president. But at the end of the day, why are we going to say that because the MPP, the Nana Akufo-Addo government, got 1 or 2 things wrong, and because he was part of the government, he should never be given an opportunity? That is so wrong. And I'm praying and hoping, because, Kwame, I pray and hope that you and I will live through the presidency of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and we will never regret it.
Well,
I'm being very honest.
That would be a fair... That would be a
because
fair...
You see, I talk with passion because I know Dr. Bawumia very well. Kwame, I know him very well. Even yesterday I was at his home. I know him, and I know what he means for this country. He has the passion. These are not people who come into politics just because they want to make their life better. You understand?
He's okay.
He's looking at where he's coming from and what the ordinary person is going through and giving the opportunity. Because Kwame, you and I know, Dr. Bawumia knows where this country needs to be in the next 5-10 years. And I can tell you, I've spoken to a lot of elders of the party who said that, I mean, Ghanaians will thank the New Patriotic Party if they give Dr. Bawumia a chance to lead this country.
Those same Ghanaians, when you meet them, tell you, on the back of all the support he would get from all of these new leaders that have been given an opportunity to serve the party going into the election, those same Ghanaians, if you engage them, will also tell you, this was a man who was literally making mockery of the NDC's management of the economy. And even in Cape Coast, I'm sure I don't know if you were there at that program, where he literally mocked the economic management team of the NDC at the time, that you can't even find them. And he was touting the credentials of the MPP economic management team under his watch. Ahead of the election in 2016, one of the biggest conversations was about the economy. And Dr. Bawumia wrote very strongly on that with all the lectures and all of that. How can he then, going into the 2028 elections, in Africa, the economy is the most important thing.
Absolutely.
How can he then, in all sincerity, being given an opportunity as a very powerful number two, the head of the economic management team, and all the challenges that we faced under, never mind he not being the boss, but he being the number two.
Yeah.
How can he then be that same person who says, give me an opportunity, on the back of the opportunity that he had as a head of the economic management team to run the economy and all the challenges we faced in the years leading to the election, then look at us in the face and say, give me the opportunity? What would he say?
Yeah, definitely, Kwame, like I told you earlier on, I mean, you talk about economic management team. These are all advisory bodies.
He wasn't saying
Yes,
that
I
at
mean,
that time.
like,
at that time, he was mocking the NDC's economic management team. You remember, you said
the
you were there.
The NDC performed poorly, given the resources and the opportunities available at that time.
And you did well?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the factors that affected the economy, you look at Kwame, you see, the NDC keep touting these macroeconomic figures. And I want you to also look at 2017 to 2020. The macroeconomic environment was also very conducive, you understand, until COVID struck. You understand? Things were looking very rosy. That's what I want to tell you. So the point is that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, in an ideal situation, I mean, like you economic management team, is an advisory body. If they advise the president, it is for him to take it or do otherwise. It's not binding on the person. You understand? So the point is that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I mean, having worked as vice president for 8 years, and given the fact that everybody will tell you that he's a man who means business, he's a man who is serious about what he does. Let me give you one fact about him that somebody told me, somebody who was working with him at the BOJ, Bank of Ghana. When he was working at the research department in Bank of Ghana, and Dr. Paula Akwa came, apparently they had met at Simon Fraser University where Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia did his PhD. And Dr. Akwa, like, he was happy to see him working in the central bank. So he told his friend that, this guy,
He's sharp.
he's a sharp guy. Once you give him work to do, you can go and sleep. This is what his former boss, I mean, his remark to some people, not him. He was just talking about him too. So immediately he made him his special assistant. And then he rose to become the deputy
Governor.
So my point is that the era of Nana Akufo-Addo's government is over. We are looking ahead. Must we say that because he was part of the government of Nana Akufo-Addo, and Nana Akufo-Addo government had one or two challenges, therefore he should never be given an opportunity? Now I'm saying it, juxtapose that against someone who was given, whose boss passed and accidentally, I mean, like, became president, and he was given 4 years. After the 4 years, Ghanaians rejected him with over 1 million votes. And after 8 years, the person came back and was re-elected. Now, this is somebody who has never been given an opportunity. He's just been a vice president. And vice president is just that because of his nature and because of what he can do, you can say that he got a lot of things right. That is why even today you go to ask people who is the vice president. Some people or even children will tell you that Bawumia. It's because he was, like his boss mentioned, a first-class vice president. It's a vice president that, like, you talk about him, you don't talk about any other person. So, and we are saying that if you look at all these attributes, Ghanaians,
the new leaders will complement those efforts. Okay.
Ghanaians will make a big mistake if we don't give him the chance in 2020. Because right now, you look at the other side of the political aisle, there's no one. That is
because they have not had an election.
The thing is that
you wait for them to have an election.
You see, it's because they don't have anyone. That is why they are now thinking of a third term for JM.
Oh, is that not a stretch?
Kwame, you think that can happen in the New Patriotic Party?
But you know that
After
constitutionally
8 years,
it will not happen.
The great J. Kufuor. Because if you talk about the Fourth Republic, you are the most successful president. You think about J. Kufuor.
Well, others will disagree, but that's fine.
He was never given a third term.
But that's what I'm saying, that you know that is a non-starter in the first place. So the NDC will come with the candidates.
It's because they don't have.
They have not conducted an election.
That's why they're saying that.
You can't wait for the election.
They should bring back Mahama because they don't have. If they do, by now you will see them.
You don't see them.
No, the one that is there, the people themselves are not sure.
Okay, I won't get into that. I'll leave that to the party to argue about. But Charles, this is what we are looking at. It's not just about these new guys who have been given an opportunity to serve their party at the regional level, but they'll definitely be complementing the efforts of Dr. Bawumia, because their work at the base will lead to whether Dr. Bawumia is successful at the national level. So it's not just those people, but the candidate that they would ultimately be riding on to sell a message. From what you noticed over the weekend and the candidate that they have, can they get the MPP to power? Because ultimately,
Kwame,
that's a big deal.
Kwame, good morning.
Morning.
It's good to see you again.
He's been holidaying in Seychelles.
Hey,
Seychelles.
You should have taken me along.
He came back over the weekend.
Kwame.
You come and sit here and you say this country is hard. But he went on holiday in Seychelles.
It would happen. Amen to that. Kwame here. So good morning to our listeners, and it's good to be back. And I won't lie, I'm totally cut off from, what really happened as far as the MPP elections are concerned. But of course, the party adopted the top-down approach this time around, and and so here we are with the regional elections that went underway over the weekend, and so I can only wish the party all the best. I've heard some political commentators say that the approach in itself is, it's quite, I wouldn't say alien, but it's really unheard of as far as, the party is concerned. But be that as it may, that's the decision the party has taken. And so this is where we are today. And I've heard a lot of MPP folks talk about what they say that, when you look at the conduct of the election in itself, it's been quite problem-free, incident-free to a large extent. And so they say it's a sign of victory for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the 2028 election. And Kwame, just as you said, ultimately, whether or not Dr. Bawumia will become the president will be dependent on how these persons actually contribute their quota to ensuring same.
They've got a lot of work to do.
A lot of work, I should say. But this morning, I'm a bit surprised that Alaji is on this tangent, the third term tangent. I'm surprised, Alaji. I just want to understand why we seem to be drumming this into the ears of Ghanaians when the horse himself has said that I'm not interested. Why that though? Because
it's not even a case of whether he's interested or not. He can't do it.
Exactly, constitutionally, he can't
do it.
So
it's not even about whether he's interested or not.
Mm-hmm. You see, when President Mahama or the NDC sometimes they say something, we take it with some caution. After the 2016 election, President Mahama's family came out and said that he was never going to contest any election. You remember that?
That's a family.
Yeah, but certainly it would have been done in consultation with him. because if what they said was actually not what he wished then, at least he would have come out to say that no, disassociate himself from.
But he's done that.
No,
Mahama has done that several times.
No, I'm not talking about the third term agenda. I'm saying that after the 2016 elections,
yeah.
His family came out and said that he was never going to contest any elections in Ghana.
His family.
Yes.
Not him.
Charles Wood.
Not him.
He actually did not dissociate.
That's what I'm saying, not him.
No, he didn't dissociate himself from the party.
But
and at the end of the day, he's back several times on the ballot box. So you see this agenda. You see, we know the NDC. We understand them. Some of these NDC leaders, if you are driving behind them in a traffic and they give indication that they are going left, watch before you come.
You see, just as Alaji is saying this, ABF Husseini one time said that if Dr. Malmi agrees with you, you should look at the position of the son before. I'm just saying. You see, I'm making the point that just as you are saying that you know the NDC would also say that they know you.
Yeah.
You understand? So the two political parties, you guys are, so to speak, complicit in this whole thing. Yeah. And it's not as though, you see, President Mohammed's family was the one that came to announce it. But we can also make the argument that once it wasn't coming from the horse's own mouth, I mean, then you can't really conclude on that until we hear from the horse. But even that, there was an opportunity for him to come back constitutionally. There was an opportunity for him to come back after the 2016
This
election.
one will be unconstitutional.
This one is unconstitutional. Yes. And the president has said that, look, I'm not interested in any third term agenda. So why don't you jettison that agenda? Well, it is looking to me as though, because Kwame, I think the president has said it either twice or thrice. As far as
yes, he was going farm.
You know, and I keep hearing the refrain, third term. So, for instance, the demonstration that they held a couple of weeks ago, you saw placards reading, third term agenda is evil, drop it, and all of that. So I was still asking myself the question, why is the MPP trying to force this down the throat of people? Is it perhaps an agenda? Because we've heard from the man, he says he will not go again. Why don't we wait for that time?
And the party chairman has spoken.
Yes, mind you, see, if President Mahama or the NDC tries to subvert the constitutional provisions as regards how many times someone can actually stand for the position of the presidency, the people would rise against them. When I talk about the people, I'm talking about the general citizenry.
It won't happen, Charles.
It won't happen.
So, let's focus on the leadership. It won't happen. Alaji should rest.
He has said that he won't contest. I'm happy. Otherwise, if he hadn't spoken, then we can have that argument.
Charles, can these guys be the people who can take the MPP to the promised land?
Kwame, well,
we're trying to do an analysis of before you came in. For example, the areas where they have brought in, let's say, new leadership, like Ashanti region, Greater Accra region, and a few others. How poorly the party performed in those regions, and how these guys have a lot on their hands to be able to win the party back on side. For some reason, Abronya has been retained. He reduced their seats from about 9 or so to 1, but he's still been retained. In the Upper East, they don't have 1 seat. In the Upper West, they only have 1. In Northeast, it's 3-3. Yeah. In the Northern region, where I think it's 18 seats, I think it's 9-9. It's 9-9. You have 10. Because
3 now.
In the Northern?
Yes.
You're only 3.
Yes, about 3, yeah.
Oh, you have Pandai and Gushegu and Yagaba Kubori.
No, I think it's 6. Sorry. It's
yeah,
6.
you have more than 3.
We have 6. Sorry.
Yeah, you have more than 3.
We have 6.
Yeah.
We have Pandai. We have
Yagaba Kubori. Savelugu.
Yagaba is in the northeast.
We have
Pandai. We have Savelugu. We have Tolon. We have Karaga. We have Gushegu, and we have the Sif one is Bimbila, the former defense minister.
Yeah.
So we have 6. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
6, yeah.
So in a lot of the regions, Charles, they appear to have a lot of work to do. Western North, they have only 1. For the first time, they lost Western region. Central region is, I think, it's 23 or something like that. Volta, the only seat was Hohoi, they lost it. So so they have a lot of work to do. Whoever has been elected as regional chairman has a lot of work to do. That's where we start
How many new regional chairmen do they have? Do we know?
There are about 10 new.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm cut off from what happened over the weekend. I monitored it in bits and pieces, but because I wasn't.
I've been you see. Yeah,
Greater Accra, they have a new one. Ashanti region, they have a new one, obviously. Upper West, they have a new one. Upper East, they have a new one. OT, they have a new one. Volta was retained. Central, they have a new one. Eastern was retained.
I think Western North also. Or something.
Western North, there was I thought there was a hold on that.
Gentleman during contest there.
Okay. And Bono, they have Abronya was retained. Bono East, they have a new one. Asafo, they have a new one. So they have about 10 new ones.
It means that yes, they have quite
about
a
10
number
new
of
ones.
new ones.
Yes.
And so I don't know of the age bracket, but of course I can speak for someone like Okuboy, who I've dealt with on a personal basis, and I mean Okuboy is one fine gentleman. His leadership capabilities are not in doubt at all. I mean, so when I heard the news that, but I saw it coming, I should say. Okay. I saw it coming. I saw it going to him, and he's Okuboy is a mixture of. Sometimes you look at him and you may think he's a DB. No, he's not a DB.
He's a Teshi boy. He cannot be a DB.
Exactly, that's what I was
saying.
He's a typical Teshi boy. You get it? So it's a combination of both. And if you look at Okuboy, the Okuboy that I know from my days in Parliament, whenever he's contributing on the floor of Parliament, you see the passion, the zeal, and all of that with which he communicates on the floor of Parliament, and the kind of leadership he shows. Sometimes when tempers are high, even in the chamber, and he's not in leadership, or he wasn't in leadership, yet he's able to show some kind of leadership within the confines of the chamber. Kwame, tells you that the man has a lot up his sleeve. And for me, one thing that actually sets him apart from the rest is the fact that he's passionate about whenever he's doing stuff. And of course, ultimately, the agenda is Bawumia. And so if you have someone like the caliber of Okuboy, who is a combination of the, so to speak, like we say in the Akampalans, the Buga Buga type, and then he's also, that one person who you can actually say that, in fact, he's a level-headed man. Let me put it that way. He's a level-headed man. Where the party has gotten to and taking a cue or looking at how event has been in the past election and the fact that they need a lot of work to do, Kwame, I think that it was important that they injected a new breath of life into the party, i.e. getting all of these young folks into the fray to ensure that they are able to contribute their quota to the development of the party. And I think that Okuboy for Greater Accra region is a fantastic option for me.
It's a decisive region.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is. So for Okuboy to actually lead the affairs of the party within the Greater Accra region, I think that it was spot on. I don't know how the other regions are faring, but to think that they have quite a number of chairmen who have been elected into office now, it tells you something that the people within the party themselves want some changes of a sort. And so, of course, I mean, on hindsight, you counted about 10 of them. And so to think that 10 of them on a minimum have been elected into power out of how many? 16. That's a lot. That's a lot. It only speaks to one thing.
And it's not even just at the chairmanship position. The sub ones to vice, secretary, treasurer. There were a lot of changes.
There were a lot of changes. Yeah. Yes, it only speaks to one thing, that the party or the folks within the party themselves really want to see some changes. But as to whether or not that will culminate into the victory of Dr. Bawumia is what I can't speak to now. I don't know, but
we still have some time.
It would all be dependent on the kind of work the newly elected executives will do. A lot of them would have to work. And I would say that I will send this caution to the MPP that the party shouldn't be complacent in all of this. To think that MPP or NDC hasn't gone for any election yet to elect who the flag bearer is and all of that, and so they don't have anybody marketable. I think that Bawumia marketing requires that you go all out. You don't just do it for a period of time and then you leave it at that. And if these folks that have been elected into power sleep, so to speak, it means that Bawumia will not be anywhere close to the presidency. Because mind you, there are people who are lacing their boots within the NDC and subtly they are doing some branding and campaigns here and there, even though the party has said that it's not time for anybody to do campaign. But we are reading in between the lines and we are seeing them. And people have the obvious fix. And if what the analysis by Global Info Analytics in recent times is anything to go by, then you should tell the MPP that Dr. Bawumia would have a lot of work to do against some of the opponents in the NDC. So mine would just be a caution to the NPP that, look, even though we are seeing what we are seeing now in the party, the fact that people have elected for change within the party's regional executive leadership and all of that, which ultimately the party would expect that it would lead to some positive outcome for the party. If they sleep on their oars, before they would realize, it would take them by surprise.
Okay, so let's move to our next issue and focus on the Galamsey fight.
So, Kwame, let me
briefly, so that we'll move to our next issue.
So I particularly like the the campaign agenda of Dr. Okoboy. Because he said that he was going to lead the Greater Accra Restoration agenda. And like I told you, Accra...
It's a reset for the Greater Accra.
Yes. It's going to be, very serious, because Dr. Okoboy that I know, if he cannot do it, he won't offer himself. And I know that, after the elections, you can see even some independent analysts and even people from the NDC saying that he's a very strong person, because you see, you cannot discount his personality. He has a very welcoming personality. He's, like you say, he's a Teshi guy. He's down to earth. And these are politics. Is one of
Okoboy can actually be rough if he wants to be rough.
Yeah,
so to speak.
Yeah.
He can. He's a combination of both. That's what I was trying to.
A bit of everything. Yeah.
The thing is that, and you need
a Teshi boy who's good in Presec.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And Charles, you need in Greater Accra, you need both of them.
Yes.
Yeah. You understand? There are some areas you need to be. You need to put on a bow tie, and
definitely.
And there's areas you need to go with the sauce. Yeah.
This on a lighter note, though. There was a time I saw Okoboy in Parliament in bow tie.
Yeah.
This is not Okoboy.
Yeah, guys, let's get into the Galamsey thing. Let me start with Alhaji again on this one as well, because every now and then, and I don't know if you've seen the photos on our brother Erastus's wall of a place in around the Dunkornofing area. It's sad. It's sad that we say we are fighting Galamsey, but if this is what we're seeing, it's very sad. But what is making this a bit more interesting is the comments attributed to one of the leaders of the party in Parliament, the member of Parliament for Adwadri in Sawam, or in Sawam Adwadri, Anodon Pre, who is saying that the MPP would make the Galamsey fight one of their core messages ahead of the 2028 election victory. This is something that's the two of you, both MPP and MPP, you've been strongly criticized for not doing enough. We're all here. We saw what happened under your watch. Everybody who lived in Ghana saw it. The NDC has come in. We heard the comments of the NDC in opposition. We even heard members say it can be done in 1 week. It's 18 months now. Now that MP, we can't find him. He has disappeared. But that's a conversation for another day. At what point can we make this a national approach rather than what the MPP will come and do or what the NDC will come and do? Because it is obvious to us, those of us down there, that whatever the two of you are doing, it is not working.
Yeah, Kwame, so definitely I will say that the fact that we cannot throw our hands in despair. The fact of the matter is that these are Ghana, we virtually practice two political party system, the NDC and the MPP. So for the next few elections, you are still going to be faced with these two political parties. So the fact that the New Patriotic Party could not achieve total eradication of Galamsey does not mean that the new kind of leader we have cannot do it. You understand? There were a lot of bottlenecks. You understand? And now, in your intro, you failed to even indicate that the NDC won the 2024 elections on the back of Galamsey.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, so they said that they were going to end it within weeks. You understand? They haven't. And it appears now it is some leaders of their party and some party foot soldiers who are engaged in the Galamsey. So they find it very difficult to crack the whip. And I'm saying, you see, one of the reasons of my disappointment is also about some of our CSOs. In the run-up to the 2024 elections, most of them were very, very vocal. They were raising issues, criticizing government and pointing out what government was supposed to do, and they haven't done it. And now they are so quiet. Looks like a cat has got their tongue. You understand? Nobody is speaking. You understand? And some of our religious leaders who were also quite vociferous in the run up to the 2024 elections are now saying that we should pray about it. Kwame, so it tells you that, I mean, a lot of people, I mean, because of their association with the ruling system, are not able to do what they used to do under the MPP. And if we are going to succeed in this, it doesn't matter which political party is in power. People, I mean, should state their position. I mean, they should continue to mount pressure on duty bearers to do what is responsible. Because the Galamsey issue is a problem for so many people. And you go to where these things take place, you see that, I mean, lives are very terrible there. And nobody seems to be speaking. It's only I think the New Patriotic Party that is speaking to some of these issues. The CSO, some of them have become advisors of the appointees of the new government. So they are unable to do what they used to do. And until we get civil society, religious organizations coming out to put pressure on the government, this thing will never, I mean, we will never go anywhere with the fight against Galamsey. And this is something, sometimes you wonder, I mean, like, you cannot use this to win political party and political power, and then when you have the power, do what you promise the people. And then you are now saying that looks like some of our party people are also involved in it. What is going on? I mean, it makes a lot of people lose interest in what is going on in the country, because you cannot do that. You criticize the previous government because they were unable to do one or two things in the fight against Galamsey. So what has happened to you? You have all the support, I mean the moral support to do what is expected of you. Why are you not doing that? And I think that, I mean, things like this will only let the ordinary Ghanaian lose interest in politics or even governance, because if they don't look far, may think that politicians are the same. But of course, what the MP said is important for us to look at it, because I know that the new, I mean, the presidential candidate, the New Patriotic Party, if he cannot do it, definitely he won't speak about it. And I know if he should make a statement like this, and I believe it is definitely coming from maybe some of the teams he put together to work and then put together the manifesto. So I believe it's going to be a key issue. And I am very, very certain that if Dr. Bawumia should speak about it, then Ghanaians should be rest assured that he can do it. Because I'm not sure he will say things like this, knowing what has happened with regards to the new government that is in place now. The fact that they use it to campaign, and then upon coming into government, they abandon it. I'm not sure he will do that.
We know what Dr. Bawumia said about dealing with the Galamsey fights. Yeah. The receipts are there. We have not forgotten. He wasn't given an opportunity. Yeah. Fair enough. So we wouldn't know whether he would have been able to deal with it or not. But what, again,
appears what do you mean by he wasn't given an opportunity?
Because he wasn't voted for. He wasn't voted for. I'm talking about 20. But you see, if you have made Milan, if you have made Milan, then you see where I would have gone with the second part. Okay. The second part of my statement was but because we were discussing that earlier on when we were looking at other issues like the economy and all of that. But it will still come back to the same points Alhaji I raised earlier on. He was a very powerful number two.
He was.
What did he do about it?
He was.
I have a feeling that maybe, just maybe, that's how the election in 2028 would become. That every time Dr. Bawumia would raise a point, the argument would be, but you're a very powerful number two. What did you do?
Kwame.
You know,
Kwame,
I hope we don't get there, but I don't know. I have a very funny feeling it would come to that.
Kwame, it would definitely. Kwame, the point is that for me, when I saw that story, I asked myself a lot of questions. Okay, so these are politicians and they are fond of this. They always would want a campaign message someday. And so let's pay lip service to the fight against Galamsey so that someday there will still be a campaign message. That for me is why we are here today. That for me is why we are here today. And the point again is the fact that somebody sent a message. When I was coming, I was listening to you. Somebody sent a message that we can't deal with Galamsey wholly. Maybe we should get a technology to deal with the polluted river bodies.
Yeah. What happened to the nanotechnology, no?
Oh, Kwame, forget it.
From the EPA.
Kwame,
the one that we said we invest $200,000.
You know, we are a country that is good at proffering suggestions.
It looks like everybody has forgotten.
As to how we can deal with issues.
You remember the fight with the EPA boss and the and the lecturer from is it Winneba?
Was it Winneba?
I think it's from Winneba also. Where he virtually said the thing was not going to work.
No, but it's true. The point is that, look, Galamsey, we've lost it. See, let me speak to the ordinary Ghanaian out there. We've lost our fight against Galamsey. Let's forget it. We've lost it. Because these same politicians who tell us that they would deal with it, they are the very people who are neck deep into the activities of Galamsey in this country. We've had people who have been accused or who allegations have been leveled against for having involved themselves in some activities in this country. And these persons are politically exposed persons. What has happened to them in this country? It is not just this government, it is from the past administration. The Wontumi case started from the past administration. And we had a president who said that, look, well, I mean, as far as we are concerned, he's not involved in any illegal activities. Fast forward, we're talking about NDC now. Allegations have been made against the likes of Collins Awuda, Yamin, and I mean, the likes, Kwame, you know them. And nothing has been done about it. And you still believe these same politicians to deal with the issue head on? They don't have that moral right to even talk about it in the first place. MPP, I think, has lost the moral right to talk about it. Let's look at a different campaign message. If this is going to be, because the story that I read online suggested that, so Anodon Prayer has given a hint as regards what perhaps some of the campaign, the big campaign promises of the MPP is going to be. I think that no, the ordinary Ghanaian out there is increasingly becoming so discerning, so much so that we know that these things are just lies that are told us. And Kwame, I'll be blunt this morning. These are just lies for me. These are lies. MPP doesn't have that moral right to talk about it.
Why?
No, because they were in power. And don't tell me that Bawumia was the second and he wasn't giving the money.
But NDC too were doing math in opposition.
That is what I'm saying.
And now they are coming in.
It is a different ball game altogether when you are in the other side or when you are the other side. It's a different thing. You get it? Once upon a time, President Mahama told Akufo-Addo that Akufo-Addo doesn't have that moral right to tell me what to do as a president because he's never been president before. Okay, and so so listen to me. So listen to me. And when Akufo-Addo came into power, the reality also hit Akufo-Addo. So there are two sides of a coin. If you're in opposition, you see things differently. Kwame, you and I seated here right now. I bet you, should you become a president someday of this country, the things that you and I talk about here all the time, Kwame, you will not see them. You will not.
If I want to see, I'll see.
If you want to see, you would see. But you see, you are saddled with a lot of responsibilities.
And so one at a time.
How do you prioritize? See, Kwame, it's not like you have 10-point agenda on a scale of preference. So the issues are many. There are many. So you don't know what to prioritize. At a point in time, the state tells you that this is what we want you to prioritize. And then there's opposition distraction and what have you. What am I saying? The point I'm making is that, look, there are two political parties. The dual political system that we've run in this country has always been our being as a people. It's always been that thing that has set us back in life.
You and Doctor should form an alternative party.
How do you call it?
Form an alternative party, and then we'll consider.
But we've seen some alternative parties.
That's
the point. So you see, the point is that the MPP should come again. They should think of something else. Something else. The Galamsey fight, the Ghanaian is seeing it. The ordinary Ghanaian is seeing it, that we've lost it. And increasingly, we've gotten to know that you are the very people who are doing these things and covering for your
alleged
people. Kwame, I'm talking about the political parties.
Have you caught anybody?
But why? Have you caught anybody? Hasn't he been jailed? Wouldn't hasn't he been jailed?
For engaging in
Akonta mining and all of that. Wait. You see, and that's the argument. And that's the argument the NPP would make. I have my own reservations.
Let me read some messages and Alaji, I want to read some messages and then we wrap up. I beg you. We are running out of time. So you let me read some messages and wrap up. Good morning. Tell Alaji that Ghanaians will not make the mistake. Dr. Bawumia was introduced to Ghanaians as the best economist. He was put in charge of the economy. We saw what happened. Joshua in Accra. Joshua, I hear you. Erica from Gulf City says, good morning, Kwame. I get upset anytime the NPP mentions COVID as a problem that led to the crisis that we faced. In fact, COVID didn't come to Ghana. Look at the money they allegedly shed. We heard of something like that. Made us pay water and electricity double after they told that it was free. Dr. Baumia can never. Hey, are you good? Relax. Good morning, Kwame. The statement Ghanaians would make a mistake if we don't bring Baumia back. Yes, we would like that mistake. It is one we would happily make. Hey, Charlie. Boys, Kasao. Lavi said that says, where has Alaji been? Baumia is a no for us. Baumia never again. Yo, we here. Please, is Alaji talking about the same driver's mates? Hey, Mokasa. Albi says, Kwame, good morning. When they don't do it in the morning and cause traffic, how will you know that they are working? That's their reason for it. Charlie, I'll be relaxed. I can't use the word you have used because we're having a discussion about they fixing the roads during the daytime. So that's her response. That if they are not working in the daytime, how would we see that they are working? So that's why they are doing it during the daytime. Efo Yaira says, sometimes politicians just like to tickle themselves and laugh. It's the same when you listen to either side of the political divide. They are all the same. Okay, we hear. This one says, hi Kwame, please, have you seen the forensic auditor's report on electricity company of Ghana in 2021-2022? Kwame, I am broken for Mother Ghana 2021. Okay, I'll go and get a copy and go and read. For ECG, you mentioned. Okay, so I'll go and get one and read. You say there are some things there that will break me into pieces. Oh, but in this country, all the forensic audits that we have done about companies, they have already broken us into pieces. It's just that when they break us, they will gather ourselves again and then we'll move on. If it's about forensic reports, MBB and NDC would have thrown them into the sea a long time ago. They appoint all these people who run these organizations. But Doc's party is delaying. Charles' party is delaying. As for Iragadi, I don't know when the party will come.
Which one is my party? We are now
KYF.
We are not taking off.
KYF.
Our own party. An alternative to NDC and NPP. But Kwame, I just pray. I don't know. Will it ever happen? Because these two political parties.
Charles,
Ira is here. My time is up. I have to go. But today is 30. Yeah, Elijah, my time is up. So maybe tomorrow we'll continue. Today marks 30 years since this legend was shot and killed, and he was only 25.